Welcome to Castranger, where we definitely haven't been talking about Bakugan for the last 6 minutes.
No, we did that one time. No, we did that one time because it was voted back in 2020, and we never went back to it ever again.
And we never did a fan vote ever again.
Remember we talked about Simple Gear a bit? That was a fun show.
I have never seen Bakugan. I have had like lunch with 2 of the voice actors.
What?
Yeah, at a con.
It's like beat 'em on. It's like beat 'em on. It's like beat 'em on, but without the marbles.
No. Here's what you have to. So you know how Beat 'em on is a copy of Beyblade. Well, Bakugan is a copy of Beat 'em on, which is a copy of Beyblade. So it's like 3 layers deep.
Hey, Drago is one of the coolest fictional characters in any cartoon series, and I will fucking go on a fucking TED Talk to tell you about it.
And his name
is Drago. Have
so
a cool
original.
Roll call.
I think that was the voice actor. That's what he did. I think.
Are you sure
Some
he
drag.
wasn't? Are you sure he isn't?
Do the roll call.
Connect.
Loading. Broadcast. Perfect!
Show running super savant.
Level up!
Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Ultracaster. Guard.
Return to the source material. Greencaster, Zenshi.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Shining through the night. Spellcaster, Blade.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, where I was waiting for a break in the audio to cut everyone off.
Episode Glaceon.
The most fuckable
Yeah, I love
Eevee.
Glaceon.
Not true,
also,
but still my favorite one.
Look at the hair.
I will say we talked about shit like live when all. We had a live chat a few days ago after some certain stuff leaked. We just wanted to get some energy out, and I've decided that I'm no longer.
Please, it was revealed.
Whatever. Let me finish talking.
Get your energy out in your own privacy.
I'm no longer gonna push Bakugan on Castranger. I'm instead not gonna stop until we
right
review
before we started.
Let me finish. I'm instead not going to stop until we talk about every episode of NCIS New Orleans.
What the fuck?
Right.
Also never seen NCIS New Orleans.
I mean, you know what?
I missed the
Let's do it.
I missed the blaze.
This is an NCIS podcast now, everybody.
I missed the Blaze that used to work for NASA. He was cooler.
Well, now you've got Blaze who works for SeaWorld.
Was there a fire at SeaWorld?
Big downgrade.
There's never a fire at SeaWorld. They just put water on it.
Come on!
The reason we haven't heard from Blaze a lot because he was in space.
I didn't get you.
I'm
I
sorry
stopped a
to anyone
robbery.
listening.
That happened. I also flew today.
Lane, I get to work with Elmo. What did you do today?
I saw Larry David attack Elmo. That was funny.
What the fuck
Someone
is happening?
I don't
We're
know.
talking about life, Ichi. It's been like 6 months since I was
We're not here to
around.
talk about life. We're here to talk about men in rubber suits.
We're a bunch of Elmos that get together every week to talk
Sentai and
about...
the third thing.
Shut up! Kamen Rider Sentai, usually a third thing, but since we have so much fucking news to talk about, we're foregoing our feature topic this week.
We're just arguing today. Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, where now we have to scream over each other.
Go Gingers? What the fuck is that? I
Go
don't know.
Gingers can
Stay
suck
tuned
it.
for
They
next
can wait
week.
till next week.
I
Exactly.
don't know what that is.
So what you're saying is the Gingers will return.
Sure.
Yes.
Can they not?
And does it count as a return if they were never here?
Yes.
Community is such a fun show.
Take your word for that. If Survivor 46, really?
That show's been on for 46 years.
How
Have we
old
really
am
been
I?
doing it this long?
Okay, yeah, so we've skipped our feature topic for this week because there's a lot of really interesting news to talk about. Most importantly, all the Boonboonger stuff, and also we had our lovely members of the Castranger Discord compile images of all the new Chemies that have been released in the last little while. So we're going to talk about all that, as well as a bunch of other interesting news stories. So here we go, news mode.
News mode.
First off, the official teaser trailer for Boonboonger was released this past week.
Too much white.
Oh my God!
Exactly what I was
against
thinking
white
about
people.
life.
The first. The first thing we notice is that we finally get a good look at Orange and Black. And what's noticeable about them is they have these little shoulder pieces. So Orange is themed after construction vehicles, and Black is themed after police vehicles.
Which makes him my instant favorite no matter what.
I'm going for Orange, baby.
What I notice is Orange is the only one that has like black lines on the meters on their chest compared to the others.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's
special.
Yeah, maybe it's like an aesthetic choice too. Black and orange go together more than orange and white.
That's why black and orange are
the Black Ranger salutes. I'm like, yeah, no, you're my favorite. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're good. I don't care if you're shit. You're my favorite character.
That's
how it is.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, God damn it, it's just Gunpei again.
Yeah, no, it's go on Black.
But yeah, people might notice they don't have the same wrist changers as the other three. They have a different changer that is also their weapon, which I'm sure we'll see more of down the tube. But for now, they put out the teaser trailer basically showing Boon Boom Red as well as most of the main vehicles that will make up their Zord arsenal.
God, I love these suits, man.
If I may, real quick, it looks like, from what the teaser said, it looks like the changer that Black and Orange use basically works the same way, where it detaches from their weapon, they press the button, and then they put it on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're not going to show the video on here, obviously, so you'll have to look it up if anyone's listening wants to watch it. But basically, the bulk of the trailer felt like a Speed Racer fever dream.
A little bit, yeah.
/ Hot Wheels commercial.
Yeah, definitely got Hot Wheels vibes from that. I like that apparently what they've taken the most from King-Ohger is, you know what we can do? Start with 20 Zords.
Lots of green screen.
Oh yeah.
It's because they know their fan base.
They want the little gimmicks.
We front sell them a shit ton all at once.
I wonder if like they're all going to be available near the beginning like that.
I think so.
I don't think all of them, because it looks like
not every last one. We're going to get into the toy releases that they've announced so far.
The main 8 have been revealed.
I love that picture. Fucking
the main 8, as well as the mixer and dump truck, have been revealed.
So we'll get into the toy versions of these in a bit, but what we saw in the trailer is that the Red Ranger's vehicle is the big white one, the Boon Boom trailer, and then the others have their own individual cars. Blue has Boon Boom Off-Road, Pink has Boon Boom Wagon, and then Orange and Black have 2 each. Black has Paddle Car 1 and Paddle Car 2, and Orange has Dozer and Shovel. And then each of them, like, either Pink and Blues, or both of Black's, or both of Orange's, attached to the Boon Boom trailer to form the Boonboomger Robo, which is their base Megazord.
That is a dog bus. That's adorable. Guys, look at the dog bus.
I see the dog bus.
Ichi, I have one question to ask you.
Uh-huh.
How fast did you contact your paint guy to get a bunch of blue paint for Boonboomger Night?
No.
My paint guy still has my fucking Deathstream driver.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Boonboomger just collided with the old Blockbuster jingle back in my head. So, make it a Boonboomger Night. Oh. My fucking brain.
We've got guess what, fuckers? We got a title.
Also, I'm thinking about, like, you mentioned that the red uses the carrier thing.
Yeah.
I thought back to old 90s MMPR toy commercials. I'm just like, he has Titanus, the motorized carrier Zord.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, that's what they're going with, like, straight up, that it is the carrier.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, like, actively the carrier per se, but what it does that I wanted to mention that's actually super, super interesting is, and exactly why I'm thinking Hot Wheels vibes. So what the trailer does is, it opens up into what I think is called gate mode, where, so like the back of it opens up to the side, and then the front of it opens upwards, so there's this little hole in the middle, and then you attach any other Boom Boom vehicle, I don't know if there's like a term for them, to Boom Boom cars, you attach it to the like the road that is underneath where the back of the trailer was, and then you like press the road through the hole where the trailer opened up, and as it passes through the gate, it activates something in the car itself, and that like opens it up and activates its gimmick.
Oh,
Decker, what have you done?
We did it. Press the road through the hole.
You gotta.
You have to watch the. You have to watch the.
Now.
You have to watch the video of them showing off the robo to see how it works. But the way it works is it's basically the car drives through the gate and it activates its gimmick. And
like I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah, it opens up and then like a sword will pop out, or a gun, or like a fist will open up. So like. It's like other vehicle Sentais where each car has its own gimmick. It's also kind of like the shift cars from Drive.
I was gonna say this does feel more gimmick based as you define gimmick. So
yes, absolutely.
I think you'll find that interesting.
That's why there's so many of them. This is what they're going to be selling primarily: is more cars with different gimmicks.
I really hope that. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I have a fantastic idea for something fun that we could do if we like make the time for it. We buy all these fucking cars. We buy a bunch of fucking shift cars, and we host like a race.
We race the boom boom cars and the shift cars
and the boom boom cars. Yeah, and to see who wins, who comes out on top.
Rumble dump.
We have to get a bunch of actual Hot Wheels tracks.
I bet my trusty banana will win.
We'll do a Pinewood Derby, but with these cars.
Just set up a bunch of like Hot Wheels tracks on a hill nearby and just race them down the hill.
Yeah,
you guys just want to
what's the better car gimmick?
The Cruising USA theme song.
Well, oh my god!
Depending on how the wheels work, I feel like it's just going to be the Boon Boon cars because they're going to be heavier.
Well, I mean, we'll have to compare some once we get them in our hands.
No, and then you put up the big like Red's big truck against the Type Formula truck.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Trailer against trailer.
Hot Rod face it against Trideron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Trideron beats everything.
I really want them in like maybe for like the movie to do pink and blue, but for the other hands, so that we can have the one like the Megazord would have two giant fucking boxing gloves or two giant screwdrivers.
Oh, like blues on both hands or pinks on both hands.
Yeah,
I feel like we'll eventually hit those
on the one hand. Pink can only be used on the left hand because it has the thumb on the front.
You know what I just noticed? There's no motorcycles in this like set, which means the 6th Ranger is probably going to be motorcycle themed.
That's very likely.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, it's just going to be much but a Sentai Ranger.
Just BMX bikes.
Boon Boon bikes.
Yeah, Boon Boon bikes.
Something else I wanted to bring up that because while it was showing off mostly the Zords and such, we did see a bit more of the team like in motion, and this semi helped with something for me because I was saying that the designs were growing on me. Like my biggest takeaway, unfortunately, is still that it's just a little too oversized, the emblems.
Oh, I still hate the helmets with a fiery passion, especially oranges.
I think they look better in motion. I think that's what they're designing.
For vehicle Sentai, I fucking hope so.
No, but I'm saying it works. Like I think they look better when they're moving, and maybe that's why they're so big. I don't know. It's just a teaser, so I can't say if it's gonna stick.
My biggest problem, if I may.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is, and I can't see their feet, and I know that this is the internet, but do we have images of their like?
Oh yeah, we've seen their.
We've seen from the coming Boon poster.
Yeah.
I just
think there's. We were. I like it when there's white to offset the core colors in a suit. I think there's too much white in this.
I disagree, but
I think there's. like it goes all the way down.
I forgot how goofy their shoes are.
The shoes are big.
It's
with
grown
their
on me,
arms
but
folded like that.
Well, I mean, you have to keep in mind after King-Ohger, they've got some big shoes to fill.
Listen,
big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill.
I couldn't even get it out.
Like with their arms folded like
here
that.
all week, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks okay, but there's so much white.
I mean,
the core color is just in the shoulders and the helmet, and like the forearms. Like
I mean, is it not
it's
like
a bit much?
Do not NASCAR racers wear a lot of white?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're clearly going for the
like a pit cruising
look.
But like,
so I think it works. Like me personally, it's just.
I guess.
Like I googled NASCAR racer suit, and there's a lot of white on these suits.
I think it's too.
Not all of them.
You can't. Don't say that, Seven.
You can take artistic license. You don't have to go 1-to-1 if it doesn't aesthetically work.
No.
And to me, it doesn't aesthetically work.
Maybe they'll get super forms
Paul's
that are
just
less
mad that
white.
there's no earth tones.
Hashtag Boonboonger so white.
I have been saying in chats, I want the Sixth Ranger to be green, but I want it to look more like a proper suit. I want it to have where the color isn't everybody else. I want it to have gold. I want the helmet to be green, and I want the lower body to be green as well.
So
basically Tommy if he was a Turbo Ranger.
Sorry to cut you
He
off.
was a Turbo Ranger. What am I saying?
Just real quick, Blaze. So what we're all experiencing here with Paul is he's being a Boonboonger.
Oh,
How dare you?
Back in my day, Sentai weren't this white.
I wasn't saying back in my day.
I know. I'm extrapolating.
Don't call me a boomer. That's the worst thing you can call someone.
A Boonboomger.
You made it better.
You didn't make it better.
Okay, thank you, Sevens. Okay, Boonboomer.
You're a Booner. Okay, Booner.
Oh, Paul, that's kind of sick now.
That's the episode title.
I gave a Boonboomer.
Just ship the M and chop the M into an N.
Okay, Booner.
Hey, Booner.
No, I think no, that's too close to
the future
Booner.
is now, old man, and the future is predominantly white. So
Right.
y'all the problematic ones.
I mean, one of them is black.
Star Wars.
But mostly white.
Oh, that
Boom Boom
poster's
Black's
so fun.
Boom Boom Black's not white. Boom Boom Black's clear.
There's no indication of that, you know.
The Sixth Ranger is Boom Boom clear.
We're running out of stuff.
Like the helmet is ineffectual because it's clear and you can see the guy's face behind
He's just
it.
themed after the smoke and dust that race cars leave you in.
Boon Boon Clear is just a normal dude. He doesn't have a suit at all.
It's like Aberrant Pink.
No, the Sixth Ranger should be Boom Boom Check if it's not if it's NASCAR because checkerboard.
That'd be interesting.
What if the Sixth Ranger is checker flag themed? That would be rad as fuck.
I just noticed something. I just noticed how fucking. I just noticed something about the suits. The face tire is supposed to be a spare tire because they've got tires in their feet and their back.
Oh my god!
Which makes them all 90s early SUVs.
That's great.
And Jeeps.
They have they have tires on each of their feet and they have 2 tires on their back, which we saw in the trailer. So the 5th tire on their face is in fact a spare tire.
We got him.
Here's
God
the spare.
damn it!
Do you think they can lay down on their back and like room around like RC cars?
God, I hope.
I might die laughing if they do. That's a real danger.
I don't know what kind of car they're driving.
That's a nice car. There.
You sound tired.
Yeah, and we barely started.
Thank God there's no topic tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer is cute. Looks fun.
Yeah.
I
I'll
love all of these Zords. I'm going full on orange. So Lane and I have got to do a combo video where he does black, I do oranges.
I
Tension.
actually like orange too in this lineup.
From Make It a Boonboonger
Well, get a new favorite.
I'm so disappointed I'm so disappointed that Blue Zord is the off-road vehicle because I'm not an off-road kind of car guy.
Well, again, Ichi, it won't matter once you paint everything blue.
I don't know, something something more themed along like a highway, because I play Maximum Tune.
It'd be neat if they were all.
Well, wait, what are the other cars?
I love that scene from Bugs.
There's the bus.
Rabbit.
We'll get into the other ones. All right, so moving on to our next news story, we got info about the Boon Boom Changer and the Boon Boom Handle.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before we move on, real quick, I'm looking at this. Is there a blue fire truck?
Is there?
Yeah, next to the ambulance. I think that's a fire truck.
I didn't get a good look at that image of all the cars.
Fire truck?
Let's take a look at that.
The image.
So okay, so let's see what we got here in recent Reiwa Sentai. We got tire changer, we got gun, sword, stopwatch.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention it earlier, but someone's already done a fan art of a Stone Age wheel Boonboomger, which is fucking awesome.
That's a great idea.
It's amazing. I fucking love it. No, it's fantastic.
That's the real 6-3.
Okay, all right. So we're looking at the image of all of the cars from the teaser. So the ones that we know of are the ones in the bottom row. We have off-road, wagon, paddle cars, 2-in-1, dozer and shovel. Classic and racing are the other ones here.
Looks great.
Yeah, it's like a roadster.
Yeah, it's like an old-timey roadster. And then we're looking at the top row, which are ones they haven't been announced yet. There's like a green vehicle
that almost looks like a garbage truck,
which would be hilarious because that's just Type Technic from Drive. Then we have the yellow dog bus.
Sure.
We have there it is, the blue fire truck that looks like a ladder on top of it.
Yeah.
Then we have the ambulance. Then we have a green dump truck,
cement truck,
a cyan cement mixer,
and Kildon's back.
And then what looks like a blue bus.
Yeah, that looks specifically like a school bus.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And then
the green representation in this show is receiving and dumping garbage.
Nice.
Is that an ice cream truck? Is that what that's supposed to be?
It looks that was my first guess, but maybe it's similar to like Road Winter from Drive.
Maybe
it's like a shuttle.
Maybe it's like some sort of like
a shuttle car.
Yeah, it's like an ice cream vehicle or a sweets wagon. I don't know. We don't know what these all are yet, aside from the ones we've mentioned. And then, of course, we have the big trailer.
This is the mommy.
You probably can't put them up on top of it, but I don't know what that's going to accomplish.
Yeah.
You vroom them around, and you got the rest one. You got the kids on your back.
Yeah.
You
like
vroom them around, then one falls off, and it falls off the bridge, and you lose it.
Yep.
It's dead.
I just want the police car. That's it.
There's 2 police cars.
Yes.
Well, I want the black.
My favorite
police
is
car.
the vintage.
They're both blacks.
My favorite is the pink roadster.
An actual police-looking car.
One's black and one's purple, but they're both paddle cars.
I love Black's cars. Boon Boon Police and Boon Boon Brutality.
Oh, wow.
That's terrible. I love it.
Okay. So we got the changer and the handle, which switches between its Fies Blaster looking gun mode and its sword mode, or whatever the mode is called.
It's just an Inquisitor lightsaber. That's all it is.
It really does.
They call
If I was to look at the
they call it rod
changer
mode.
from that art right there, I thought it was like an HMS Beyblade.
Gun mode and rod mode. Okay, so the changer, which is a speedometer, an accelerator, and like a stopwatch. Yeah. What's interesting about this is it's not just a wrist changer. To actually transform, they hold it in their hands. They pump the accelerator on it 3 times to transform. And it goes like, bun, 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 bun. And then they pull a bokenger and slide it down their arm to do the actual transformation. And then they set it in the wrist.
So it's like it's revving up.
Oh,
yeah.
Boom Boom is supposed to sound like it's supposed to be like an engine roaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
I didn't realize that.
It's Japanese onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
I love onomatopoeia.
Yeah. And then what's cool about the changer is not only does it do the transformation, it can sit in the wrist piece. You can also flip the changer upside down and attach the cars to it to get sounds to play depending on which vehicle you put in it. And this changer also attaches to the weapon. You can see the little grid thing across the handlebar. And it also attaches to the back of the Megazord. So this thing is like... It's interesting how much utility this changer has.
It sucks that it doesn't do finishers for the weapons, though. It just does like a racing sound effect.
Yeah. Yes. See, it attaches to the wheel. It attaches to the Megazord. You can have it on the wrist. What else? Oh yeah, there's the shot of it with a car attached to it when you flip it upside down.
It's neat looking.
Yeah.
Imagine you go to work with a boom boom changer on your wrist and someone asks you what time it is and you're like, oh, hold on, let me take a look. It's time to watch Boom Boom.
It's boom boom o'clock.
Yeah. It's quitting time.
What I'm curious about is if you can do the transformation with it already on the wrist, or if that just triggers a different sound state.
I think it's boom sound state because the brace itself has a
yeah, it's got a thing on it.
Has a barcode.
Yeah, it tells it that it's in the wrist. So yeah. I'm interested to see what this thing can do.
Oh wait, yeah, I think they demoed it. It activates a finisher, I believe.
Oh, that makes sense. So they do have a finisher they can do without the weapon.
A punching finisher.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so the Boom Boom handle, as you can see from these images, has its rod and gun modes. I think it is really stupid looking.
I actually kind of like it.
Sure thing.
I like the rod mode. Well, and of course you like it because it looks like a Tron disc.
Well, it looks like
an Inquisitor's lightsaber.
When you both talk at the same time, no one can understand anything.
Yeah.
Well, they're both also saying the same exact thing. So
that is also
that's kind
true.
of funny too. I thought you were saying the exact same thing.
But yeah, so that's a thing. So let's see. If you want the Boom Boom Changer, 3,300 yen, March 2nd release. You can also buy it as a set with the Boonboomger Robo. You can also get the Boom Boom Supercar for 10,780 yen, but we'll talk about the Supercar in a little bit. That's another tab I've got. And then the Boom Boom Handle, 4,950 yen, also March 2nd. All right.
I love how we show the handle is based on like a tire changer and a screwdriver.
Yeah. All right, now we have the images of Boonboomger Robo, the base Megazord.
Woo! I like it.
Cool.
I love him.
It's interesting that the trailer forms pretty much the entire body, and the other car is just attached to the arm.
This is gonna be another one of those. It's one thing, really.
He gives me extreme fucking oh god, what's the guy from Transformers? The other big trailer. Ultra Magnus. He gives me Ultra
someone
Magnus
was saying it in the chat earlier.
Hey.
I noticed while watching the video review of this thing that they used the exact same tech on the arms that they did with King-Ohger. So it's got a lot of like articulation and like you can bend the arms. And
you mean the actual toy model?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say, usually I'm not a fan of base Megazords. This one's got me real interested, especially with the whole like gate gimmick activating function is really neat.
Yeah. People were worried earlier about like, oh, the legs don't have articulation, but they showed in a recent picture that they do.
Oh yeah?
Good to know.
They got the legs can go up and they've got like very simple knees, but that's basically it.
Yeah. I can see that the feet kind of rotate, similar to how some of the King-Ohger stuff worked.
Yeah. I love they show off all the different ports that all the cars can plug into. This is going to lead into one amazing clusterfuck, and I love it.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're going to get a repeat of Tokyo Rainbow, I think.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, God.
There's one image here that shows some of the other combinations. So if you add the two Pato cars, you get Boonboomger Robo Police. And then if you add Shovel and Dozer, you get Boonboomger Robo Builder. And then if you attach Classic and Racing, you get Boonboomger Robo Knight, which obviously I like. So yeah, even at the start, we're going to have a few different combinations, which is really interesting. And it looks like there's a separate black and cyan looking car that comes with it. I think that's another one of the I think that's a different version of Supercar.
It's like some sort of Batmobile.
I think it's only in limited versions of the set with the Morpher.
Yeah.
Because there's a set with it and a set without it.
Looks like Dark Drive's car.
Yeah, it does.
No, we were all saying that.
It's the Try to Run Next. But yeah, and then there's another image here that shows the gate function, where if you open it up into the gate mode and then push the cars through on this black road looking part that's underneath the trailer pieces, it opens up the cars and activates their gimmicks.
Like, I gotta say, there's a lot going on with like the mechanics, I guess, if you will,
right,
of the toy.
Yeah,
these are what we call gimmicks.
All I care about All I care is that this toy is going to make a shitload of clicks and clacks, and I love it.
Oh yeah,
definitely has the clickers going on.
And for like a vehicle Sentai, it should have a lot of mechanics to it. Like there should be a lot of articulation.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of functionality.
And they should be popular. So we have popular mechanics for kids.
Go back to the Megazord again. Like Paul, you were saying this earlier. Like this feels like old school anime looking mecha. You know?
Yeah. I have the exact opposite opinion for the Megazord. I like the predominant color in that.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I like the fact that it looks like a super robot with attachments.
Yeah.
Which is something that Megazords don't generally do. They look like a puzzle piece mishmash of all the things that make it. I like the fact that the sword is like there's a big one and they all kachuk to it.
Yeah, and as Decker showed from the video review, the cars can attach to the shoulders too.
I mentioned it yesterday. It reminds me of Macross.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me like it's not as big as Macross. Obviously, Macross is like space big, but like it reminds me of a Macross design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else is here worth mentioning. So you can get the Boom Boom trailer, off-road, and wagon as a set for 74.80 yen on March 2nd. You can purchase it as part of a set with the Boom Boom changer for 10,780 yen, or with everything, including the black one there, Boom Boom Supercar Bakuage mode for 10,780 yen.
Sorry, what's the name of that green car there? The green and black.
Boom Boom Supercar Bakuage mode, apparently.
Oh, okay, so that's Supercar.
Well, there's another variant on Supercar that I'll skip ahead a little.
That's just a Dodge Charger.
So the campaign item for this release of toys is a red version of Boom Boom Supercar.
Okay.
And apparently they actually use that car in the show to drive around.
Yeah, I think that's the one from the Coming Boon trailer. Poster.
I think that's probably
well,
like...
Also, there was also
I don't know what that...
No, that looks like a real car, but the other one looks like it got Sentai-fied.
It's probably like it shrinks down into toy form.
I don't think we want to show it, but there was a spy shot that showed them filming with that car on set.
Okay.
Cool.
And it looks like the gimmick for this one, when you pop it onto the Zord, is a little cannon comes out of the hood.
So like that's interesting too, because like obviously Red has his own like red Zords, and the big one, it's it's got red as well, but the predominant color on that is white
because their suits are mostly white.
Oh no, the giant trailer is not Red's main mech.
Okay.
It's just the shell.
It's classic.
It's the shell that it's like Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger, where they have.
He's saying that the trailer is the equivalent of Good Striker, where Good Striker didn't really belong to any one Ranger.
Like I said, Titanic.
I think.
Yeah.
I think based on the toy releases, people are theorizing that Classic is his main mecha because
shouldn't Racing be his main?
Well, the thing is, Racing I believe releases in April, but Classic releases in March. I can double check that. Hold on. Keep going.
Sounds like we're a tad invested in where the show's going.
Yeah, it's all semantics anyways, but we understand what's happening in terms of the releases. So yeah, this is Boom Boom Supercar, which will appear in the series. The campaign starts March 2nd, a day before Boonboonger premieres. To get this item, for starters, you need to be an elementary school student or younger.
I'm there.
If you are in said age range, you need to say the password Boonboomger at participating toy stores to get the item.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of guys walking in on their knees.
I can't wait for all the scalpers and third-party sales or like intermediaries hiring elementary school kids to go and get these for them.
No. What you do is you have full-grown adults go in there wearing trench coats and hats, and you just say that you're 3 elementary schools.
And you just wobble around a lot.
In a trench coat, yeah.
Timmy, you're going to every toy.
Show me.
You just look down at yourself. Shut up, Takashi.
Timmy, we're going to every single Toys R Us in the state. We need to pay for your mother's surgery.
In the prefecture
of Japan.
Excuse me, I would like to purchase all your Boonboonger stuff, please.
Hello, I am Young Boy. I would like all of your toys.
My name is
Mr.
Taro.
Youngboy, what's your first name?
My name is Dan, and together with my friends Runo, Marucho.
Okay. Okay. I know this was miswritten, but the way this comes out sounds hilarious. This item is only limited to one child.
Only one lucky child.
One child? I'll get 10 children.
I think it was supposed to say one per child.
No, I like
the first child that gets this gets all of them.
No. They only made one Boom Boom supercar.
Yeah, and the first child who gets it gets the ownership of a toy.
Like as he's unwrapping it, it's just a Willy Wonka. Just
All right, let's say
I'm just imagining a bunch of children in their bringing their Rider and Sentai gear to the Toys R Us and then fucking beating each other up in the parking lot.
Jesus.
No,
Battle Royale. This is how it started.
I'm just imagining one lucky Japanese elementary schooler in a glass elevator with John Toei flying through the sky.
it's that teacher.
Don't forget, Taiki, what happened to the little kid who got everything he wanted.
It's that teacher from Wonka. 2? Well, let's just say you got 200.
I can't do as little as 2.
Little Timmy walks through the streets of Tokyo and finds enough yen to buy one final Boon car.
It's the golden one.
It's the golden one.
There'll be 5 golden Boon supercars.
I got a golden Boon.
Run home, Timmy! Run home as fast as you can!
And then, then there's just a 500-pound white guy who's clearly spray painted ones. I got the last one. Do I get Toei now?
Do I get Toei?
He's under the impression that he inherits Toei from getting it.
We didn't say that at any point.
If you go into the factory, I need the everlasting supercar.
The everlasting supercar.
I need the 6 Ranger supercar.
No, you know what we need to do? We need to get a kid to go in just so they can remove the bugs. Tell us where they are. We're stealing all our ideas without royalties.
Okay, each of us needs to pick a car we like, and then we buy that car, and then we own it and love it and call it George.
And we name it Jim.
I'm getting the police car, calling it.
I'll get the racer.
Anything.
What?
I'm saving my money for my education.
Shut up! I paid for my education already. Worst mistake of my life.
Based.
I see Jerry's comment and my brain just goes, Boonboonger! Boonboonger!
The fuck out.
The amazing Toku tier.
Billy Wonka.
Racing cars are really gross. Racing cars I hate the most.
He's terrible.
Boompa Loompa!
Boompa Loompa! Boompa Loompa.
They're the pit crew.
Doompa-dee drive.
Yeah, they're just the pit crew. They're all fucking...
Boompa Loompa Boompa-dee.
Go
see Wonka in theaters 2 weeks ago?
Just imagine Oompa Loompas as a fucking pit crew in a NASCAR race.
No, I'm just imagining Oompa Loompas with wheels on their faces.
That too.
Ichi, Jerry, 2005, Charlie.
There is a little. I just remembered. People saw that coming with the trailer. There is a little robot with 2 of Red's tires for eyes.
What?
That just ruined the whole show.
Hold on, let me see if I can find that image again.
I actually wanted to see this until I heard that.
Here it is. Hold on, I'm copy image.
Decker, you know what?
The timing of that.
God damn it, Decker! I was just doing it.
Oh.
What the fuck is? For a second, I thought you were pranking me and posting God Ant.
Yeah, I was like, is it God Ant as a vehicle?
God Ant in a go-kart.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a pit droid from Star Wars: Phantom Menace.
It looks like that thing Krim Steinfeld attached to drive around.
Removed it from its original packaging.
I mean, we haven't talked about this obviously, but I could 100% see the show having that, the little like pit crew sidekick.
Yeah,
like
yeah. All right, so that's the Robo, that's the supercar. Now we can talk about the actual car series sets that they're putting out. So yeah, as we talked about before, there's the paddle cars, Dozer, Shovel, Classic, and Racing. So it looks like they're going to be releasing these in sets. So we have the Boon Boon Police set, comes with Paddle Car 1 and 2. Then we have the Builder set, which is Shovel and Dozer. Let's see. So if you want to buy the Paddle Cars by themselves, 30-80 yen, April 6th release. Or you can buy Paddle Car 1 and 2 separately for 1540 yen, same day.
Perfect.
And for the Builder set, if you want to buy them together, 30-80 yen, April 6th, or you can, again, buy them individually for 1540 yen each. So it looks like they're putting out a lot of different configurations.
Gar, don't post that picture. Ichi fucking hates that thing.
Don't remind me of Bumper.
Bumper.
There's also a set where you can get every car.
Oh yeah, we're working up to that. So the night set comes with the night set comes with Classic and Racing. Same prices and release dates for these, I imagine. Yep.
That's a cool box.
Again, like I said before, Classic is coming out in March, but Racing is coming out in April.
Oh yeah, you're right. Classic is March 2nd. Racing is April 20th.
Oh, which is leading people.
If you want both of them, you have to wait for April 20th as well.
Yeah. Which is leading people to believe that that Classic is Red's main car.
I believe it.
But it's not the red one, it's maroon.
What's the pink
It wouldn't be the
one
first
again?
time that somebody had a Zord that was just a sword.
Like a station wagon.
Oh, okay.
It's a mom van.
What's the one that looks like a roadster? Like a classic roadster?
Classic.
Oh, okay.
It's called Classic.
I like Classic.
That's Red's other one, right?
One of the other ones.
Yeah. It's one of Red's.
Go back up, actually. And
I'm trying to find a good image of this if you look at.
I want the image of
that's Classic. Mm-hmm. And it turns into a sword.
And I was about to say, do you know what that also kind of looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Like a car key.
A little bit.
Oh.
I also thought to myself,
Jerry, don't call Ichi a maroon.
Cruella DeVille's car would do.
It is something Cruella DeVille's car.
Yeah. And then the other one that comes with is Racing, which is this one. And that opens up into a shoulder cape for Robo Knight mode and the different head.
And let's face it, that's just type speed.
Sorry, what was that, Paul?
Let's just face it, that's just type speed.
A little bit.
That is literally just type speed.
Pretty much.
It doesn't have a spoiler.
Spoilers. I know we're showing the images, but spoilers. You know what I mean? It's a little red sports car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually really like the knight form because it's got the sword and the shoulder cape, and that's totally my jam.
It is cool.
Now to paint them blue, like Decker was posting earlier.
Like we were kind of talking about it earlier.
Like I said.
Yeah.
And like the idea that like the base Megazord like it combines with one Ranger's 2 Zords, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So it can either combine from these sets we've seen, it either combines with blue and pink, or both of oranges, or both of blacks. And this means they're going to mix and match them in different episodes of the show.
And that would also be fun to do yourself as a kid with the toy. Like, just mix and match.
Playability.
Here's what people are saying. It is a reason why blacks are hand weapons, but oranges like plug onto the arm, so that you can use both of them at once.
Yeah. All right. And then if you want, if you have a lot of money, you can buy all of these sets together as the Boonboomger Robo Bakuwage 4 Big Robo set. Comes with the Boon Boom trailer and all 8 Boon Boom cars. Off-road, wagon, Paddle Car 1, Paddle Car 2, Dozer, Shovel, Racing, and Classic. April 20th for 16,720 yen.
So
I will probably be getting this set.
$160?
It's
probably be like close to 200 after everything.
Probably. Yeah. I like this, but I'm not 100% sold on everything. if I'm going to get any of them, it's going to be the night set.
What were you going to say?
Police car.
You're saying here in America, what?
Oh, here in America, it's $155.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hell yeah.
Everything's more expensive in Canada.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh, one thing I didn't.
You guys should get good.
One thing I didn't mention is one thing we didn't mention is the gimmicks of the other cars. So we know that Blue's folds out into a sword, Pink's opens up a fist. The Paddle Car 1 just like separates so that it can like grab an enemy and arrest them, as we saw it do to like an evil car in the trailer. And Paddle Car 2 just flips out guns from the front of it. Shovel and Dozer are all obvious gimmicks. They're construction vehicles. They do what they do. And then, as we saw with Racing and Classic, they open up into the sword and cape for night.
Cape for night.
Yeah. Very cool. And of course, they will also be compatible. You can just pop them through the gate of the trailer like we saw with the others. So yeah, very, very cool.
Neato.
Cool.
All right. Woo. That's all the Boonboonger stuff for now.
Okay, Blaze, bye.
What?
But we're not done with vehicles yet.
Oh.
You want to be on for more, or just was that it?
I kind of want to be on for more. I mean, I can be on until the end of extra.
Sure.
Or news mode.
All right. So we're done with Boonboonger.
Trading cards.
We're done with Boonboonger, but we're not done with vehicles because they just revealed the 10 liner for Gotchard.
Oh fuck!
Which is yet another attachment for the Gotchard driver.
No shit.
This thing is gonna be worse than a Sega Master System.
This thing is like the second coming of the 01 driver.
Yeah, no, like Zero Driver, the 01 walked so Gotchard could run.
Yeah, we all saw that
for the
post.
movie. I can't wait for the movie villain to just have 10 fucking Gotchard drivers, each with one of the gimmicks placed on top of it.
But it has 10 cards on it.
It's like he henshins, but like his belt sticks out like 10 feet out in the front.
Wait, hold on.
His deadliest attack is turning left.
Yeah.
Who has the image of that guy who's covered head to toe in rider belts?
Oh, the one where I spent all the time identifying each one.
Yeah, just the movie villain for Gotchard is that guy.
Yeah. So yes, this is a form called Iron Gotchard, which was part of the rumors that have been slowly proving true bit by bit. We don't have a shot of the full suit yet, but I gotta say, just looking at the helmet, I really like this suit.
I was about to say that helmet is fucking rad.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
It's nice. It's pretty.
Apparently,
it's very night-like.
There's a drawing in the Discord of what the suit's gonna look like. Apparently,
yeah, I love the grill on the forehead.
Thick ass fucking arms.
Does he have train
I'll be right back, 1
fits?
second.
Yeah,
he's gonna run a train on us.
He's gonna train us. So yeah, the 10 liner is like basically a toy train that the back of it just opens up and then it attaches to the belt.
I like the look of the belt. It looks like it's crazy, but like that's the whole point of like the liner, right? Like that it's like a crazy evil train. Like
yeah, and it
looks
looks
not even evil, but
looks like the actual 10 liner card is a vehicle card and it's a 10. So I guess this thing replaces Exceed Fighter.
And wait, what's its counterpart?
It looks like an insect card, so there will probably be like a Hopper 10 as well. I think was part of the rumor.
Is it just called Hopper again?
This isn't the partner card. This is just another card it comes with.
Oh, okay.
That's Warp Terra.
Oh,
I like the fact that, don't mind me stating the obvious here, but I like the fact that the attachment there kind of looks like the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Also,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Some apparently 10 liner also matches with Legend.
Oh, but the icon on the 10 liner card is clearly the insect symbol.
Yeah, but Gigant liner? Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, Gigant liner is the one that matches with Legend. Okay.
Thank you, resident Gotchard expert Decker.
So I would pay you. No,
you pay him?
No,
you pay him in Chemi
I've been here longer.
So
I don't even get paid.
It looks like, according to the images here, the 10 liner card goes in the one side of the driver by itself, and then you attach the actual 10 liner attachment.
Yes.
Interesting.
From what people are saying, it sounds like he just uses the one card, and then he uses any other card to do
attacks.
To do attacks, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see here they put Warp Terra in the other slot. Interesting.
Wait a minute, but then in that same page, it shows also Blizzamoth and Angel Lead.
Yeah, I guess you can do other things with it, but primarily it just uses 10 liner plus whatever for an attack.
Neat.
Yeah. Okay, so by operating the lever, Iron Knuckle finisher. By setting another ride card in the other slot, Iron Knuckle fever finisher. By pressing the button on the main item, it plays lines from 10 liner and Hotaro. 49.50 yen, February 24th release.
Neat.
Very cool. I can't wait to see the full suit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to put the 10 liner in the Boonboom trailer. See what it does.
Secret Boonboomger crossover.
Which, I mean,
Boon liner.
Yeah. All right. Next, our lovely Discord fans went to some extra effort on my request and compiled images of all of the new Chemies that they announced over recently. Yeah, so we're just gonna quickly look at all of the ones that we haven't talked about prior. So first up, we have the ancient category of Chemi cards.
These are fun.
We have Namonite, which pairs with Karyudos. We have Akumanokaris, which pairs with Kaiser V.
Anomalocaris.
It's Anomalocaris, but Akuma, because it's a devil.
Akumano. Oh no, it's evil.
We have Paku Raptor, which pairs with Time Lord.
That's terrifying.
That's really fucking scary.
I like the big.
What? It has insect eyes.
Oh yeah.
So it's compound eyes.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. Its accuracy can't be lowered.
We have Ojilakanth, which pairs with Utsubochama.
I like the eyebrows.
Oh wait, all the things have compound eyes. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saberliger
Ooh.
pairs with Zukumpire. We have Warpatera, which we saw comes with a 10 liner.
What the fuck?
Gigalodon.
Oh
Holy
my.
shit.
That's cool.
Well, it's like a fucking battleship shark thing.
Yeah.
Some kind of.
It's got cannons on it.
This is already.
I found the Predator Fortress Whale.
I was gonna say
I found the Predator Fortress Whale.
Yeah.
This looks Digimon.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's like Metal Waymon.
I was making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
That too.
This is why Fortress Whale needed to be a fortress.
This one's just called Tricera or Trichera. I don't. If there's a pun,
cool.
if there's a pun in its name, I don't see it.
It's just Triceratops.
It's just a robot Triceratops.
Yeah,
got lazy.
It's the best dinosaur. Why fix what ain't broken?
True.
True enough.
Ooh,
I like that.
Blizzameth.
That's cool.
I like
That's
this one.
really cool.
Here's with Carrie.
Yeah.
So can we, before we go on to the next ones, can we just go back to the top again? Because I just like these like ancient animal ones, which like these are all really cool looking. I like all of these quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're all based off something real.
Yep.
Like, even that second one there, that's something. Actually, it looks like
it's
that kind of too.
card.
Oh, yeah, this is all cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool.
So what's next?
What are you?
Next, we have the cosmic category. We have
space
cosmic
Mercurin. So I guess most of these are gonna be planets.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
King Kira Vina, which I guess is Venus.
Aw, it's got a crown. It's cute.
Interesting.
Gokigen Meteon.
It's like meteors.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of meteors.
And music.
We have Nemine Moon, which we saw on the show.
It's the guy who from McDonald's, the big moon guy.
It's Mac Tonight.
Yeah, put a picture in the chat. You know what I'm talking about.
We have Fire Mars.
Make it an alternate art of Nemina Moon with Mac Tonight.
There he is.
Oh, I genuinely don't remember that.
Oh God!
thing.
Why would you bring that back to me?
It looks
My
like
sleep paralysis demon is back.
It's Mac Tonight.
What was the name of those like raisin bands?
Oh, the
California Raisins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he belongs to the California Raisins.
Yeah.
California Raisins featuring Mac tonight.
I'm in. Fire Mars is fun. He's got a scanner that reads over 9,000.
Throw in that Max Headroom fake guy, and we got a deal.
We have Grand Saturn.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh god.
Honestly, with these cosmic ones so far, I like that they're sticking with the theme.
Yeah. And of course, the sun.
The sun!
I recently just got my Chemi riser just so I can get the sun card and then just launch the sun all the time. I love that.
Laser.
It's a fucking
The sun is a deadly laser.
Yeah. I can't wait to get that card.
Jupiter.
So the only way to defeat that Chemi card is to create a giant mech made of tigers.
Oh yeah, you can see.
I love Jupiter.
Yeah, you can see like the center eye of Jupiter in its own center.
He's a
That's
gas giant, so he's all inflated.
And then
It's a big belly button.
And it's got the moons around it, like its arms and legs.
Yep.
Wow, Jupiter has 15 arms and legs? No, 32.
Next we have Kudo Ana, which is a black hole.
Nice.
That's pretty sick.
That actually looks cool.
I like that one.
Whoa, look at this one!
It looks like it's just doing a fucking spin dash.
Looks like something.
Look at this guy!
Gaiard?
Oh my.
What
That's pretty fucking cool.
That's a fucking JRPG final boss.
That does look like a...
That's a
Also,
badass
that's just Earth.
card.
That's
just Earth. That's just supposed to be Earth.
Yeah, because it's Gaia.
Yeah. Oh, and Earth is the most evil one of all.
It's got man on it.
It's the 10 card because the Earth is the center of the universe.
Because the white people.
Bringing us back to Boonboomger, so white.
The clear people.
I think I speak for all of us here at Castranger when I say fuck white people.
Right.
Don't speak on behalf of Castranger when saying that. Only I can do that.
Only I can do that.
Here's what I'm gonna call the Ichi category.
Oh yeah. So now we have the fantastic category of Chemies.
Go on.
First one up is just straight up Bahamut, but they call it Giga Baham.
This is just a Gundam like Yu-Gi-Oh monster, and I'm in.
It's just
Why
Bahamut.
is Bahamut Rebel 1?
Because it's number 1.
We are number 1.
We are number 1.
He's even got the color.
Yeah. Next we have I don't know if it's Mason Taurus or Mason Taurus. That's a centaur.
That's just Saint Seiya.
It's Pierce Brosnan from Percy Jackson.
Literally just Saint Seiya.
Then we have Unicorn, which of course pairs with the sun.
Very nice.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Pretty cool.
Then we have
That's also a Bakugan.
Van Fenrir.
It me.
Oh.
The giant ice wolf.
Yeah, look, you found your rider for it.
Right?
There's your card.
Oh no.
Sell, if I get
Now you
a
have to
hollow of
become
this
a
card.
dork.
If I get a hollow of this card, I will give it to you instantly.
Oh, thank you, Lane. It does look cool.
Man.
I like the big claws.
Next we have In Phoenix.
Intriguing.
Very
That's
interesting.
pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's our boy.
Oh yeah.
From the recent episode, we have Yoa Kerberos.
That's a great one.
Dig it.
That's a great one.
Dig it.
I never even picked up but yeah, look at the tail. It's like a serpent head.
Yep.
That's fun.
I'm kind of sad that they don't on the card highlight the fact that they use different elements. You can see it in their eyes, kind of, but like I wish that they were like breathing it a little.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we read the chat AJ about the pronunciation.
Maken Torres is in Maken. Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a rare for it. Oh yeah. If I get the rare, I'm giving it to Sel. So
Next one is Howden.
Hi, Odin's here.
It's just Odin.
We've gone past like mythical creatures, straight gods.
Dig it.
He looks like Rama from Final Fantasy mixed with Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really Odin. He's got 2 eyes.
You don't know that. He could have more under the helmet.
The Ravens haven't done their job
He's
yet.
supposed to have 1.
I know.
Yeah, I know. But the Ravens haven't done their job yet.
Yeah. This is pre-eyes. Getting picked.
I'm sorry, I love that's not only he has too many eyes responding with he has more under the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the little ravens, though. That's
really not
one.
Odin.
I love this next one. Gin
cool.
Griffin.
That's a cool. I like his cape.
I love how absolutely nonplussed he looks.
You know who he looks like?
How does that?
Sam Eagle.
How does?
Oh my god! Read the next one.
Don Poseidon.
No.
Don Poseidon.
That's just a One Piece villain.
Don Poseidon. Dun 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 dun.
We've kind of lost the trail here a little.
And then we fall off a little bit, but then we come straight back.
And our 10 card is Dragonalos. That straight up looks like someone's ace monster in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was gonna say that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon.
I hate how much I love it.
Oh, and the Cosmic and Fantastic Chemi have combined art. That's sick.
Oh, I guess they're pairs with each other?
That is Odd Eyes Crystal Dragon.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's not Odd Eyes. I would go with like Crystal Cross Dragon or something.
Well, no, but one eye is like a pink and one's like blue. I think
it's very, very subtle.
Zoom in on the head.
That's a Galaxy Dragon.
If you can.
Galaxy Eyes Dragon.
It look okay. I like that. Like that little jagged crystal is like smoke coming up.
Oh yeah, it's like breath.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, you know what that is? I don't know if anybody plays Ice Jade in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's basically just Ice Jade with pink in it.
If you're gonna go for a crystal dragon with an X motif, you nailed it.
He's half cherry and half blueberry flavored.
I love it.
Cotton candy and blue raspberry.
Yeah.
So I definitely
that's cotton candy.
There are definitely some really cool ones in here. There's also just some funnier ones. Like,
oh, yeah.
Poseidon and Odin, I wasn't expecting.
Don Poseidon.
Yeah.
That's the guy who teaches you cut in Pokemon.
Also, go back up to Poseidon. Is that supposed to be like trash on the end of his trident? Like, is the water being polluted?
Oh yeah, that's like a plastic bag or something.
Is this gonna get woke and talk about the environment?
I just love he's got like a marine jacket on.
Yeah, because Poseidon always takes precedent over Neptune. It's what we call Roman erasure.
He's my favorite Don brother.
Back to this guy for a second. I
really love King Griffin.
He's fun. I like him. Like you were saying, I like his serious
work.
Yeah, how does the cape work? He's got wings.
It's got holes for the wings.
or we're only seeing it from one side and it's more of a mantle.
Maybe. Maybe, yeah, it's like a split cape, maybe.
He's fun. These are fun.
Yeah. All right. In addition to that, we also got some new Legend Rider cards. So
there's more?
Let's zoom in on these.
Oh, my.
Most of these are like evil riders and final forms and like non-main riders.
Oh, I'm in.
So we got Agito Shining.
Badass.
We got King Blade.
Badass.
We got Armed Hibiki.
I don't know what's going on.
They put out King for him?
Yeah.
And he's only 5?
Well, they're all five.
Yeah, but like,
so they can match with whoever.
The point of the riders.
Yeah, I get it.
We have Drive type Trideron. I really like the Chemi monster for that one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's like a little like rote orbiting.
Yeah. We have Exade Muteki Gamer. We have Bill Genius Form. I fucking love how adorable this little rabbit tank is. Even though I don't like Genius Form, the suit. Oh god. No. Kaguya made Don Poseidon.
Oh no.
My favorite Don brother is Don Quixote.
Get out.
We have Oja, we have Dark Kabuto, we have Eternal. We got Spectre. I love Spectre has a boombox, and I didn't notice it when I looked at Ghost card until I saw Spectre's, and then I looked at both of them and realized, oh my god, they look like this because their form chimes are raps.
Oh no.
I
mean, they're having fun. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd like to point out with 002. People, I can't speak. It looks like it's not Aruto, it's Izu's 02.
Oh, there was more that I zoomed in too far and didn't see. Okay, so yeah, we got Deno Liner Form, we got Forze Cosmic States, we got Gaim Kiwami Arms.
Do you know what that looks like?
Which one?
The Gaim one, his little mascot.
Yeah.
Okay, and first of all, going back to what I was saying, what I especially like with the rider cards is that the artists are having fun with the mascot designs they choose, like quite clearly. But him specifically, what was that that brand in the 90s, early aughts for skateboards. The little flame guy and the little water drop guy and the little devil man.
Tech decks?
No, like what were those things?
I don't know.
It reminds me of that. What was that flame guy? I always forget those things. It was like a skating thing.
We have 02. We got Ultimate Revi and Vice. Those are very cool.
Mm-hmm.
We got Evol. I love that. Omazeo just looks rad.
It's like Time Wizard.
Buff
Dad.
It's like cracked out Time Wizard. We have Ibuki. I can't tell what kind of creature that is.
Hold on, let me see.
I think
Trumpet.
it's just another Oni.
Trumpet.
Yeah,
It's a trumpet.
it's got like a
Trumpet.
What's
Is it
its
a
name?
mosquito?
What's its name?
Ibuki.
So it's Ibuki.
It's Ibuki.
Well,
It's an Oni.
yeah, it's just an Oni.
Yeah.
Well, specifically Ibuki Doji.
Yeah,
those
Now,
guys.
Ichi, who's beside Spectre?
We'll get to that in a sec. We have another Agito, and I love that it's just a bike. We have Langle, very interesting spider design. Dark Kiva is very awesome. And then, yeah, over on the rest of that row, we have Live, and I noticed people pointed out that Live's Chemi well mirrors Evil's Chemi, because it's like the same pose but mirrored, which is very cool. And I finally have a Blades card!
You want that one, Ichi?
Yes. Yes, I do.
We'll put it out.
Too bad.
Yeah, and
Favorite
then,
rider ever.
and then, of course, with applying an eyedropper to himself is Necrom.
No, that's great. On brand.
No, because Necrom's changer is an eyedropper. I have it.
Yeah.
I literally have it
I
right on
have
my
it
shelf.
too.
And Yesgar, World Industries, thank you.
All right, so those are the primary art cards of all the new riders, but we also have the far more interesting parallel versions to look at.
Oh my.
All right, so it's not just riders we got some parallel versions of existing cards. We got Mach Wheel.
A nice Mad Max car.
Yeah, we got Ten Liner.
A nice Mad Max train.
We have Dione, which is going to be
Mad Max Oni.
the Sun and Unicorn.
Oh, those are cool looking.
We have a nice Mad Max son.
Well, that's just a biblically accurate angel.
We've got a
like,
nice
the
Mad
sun's
Max
coming out like, be not
shining form.
afraid.
I love those parallel the sun unicorn. They're awesome.
We have Agito Shining.
These are very nice looking. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like I really like the art. They're using.
They don't fuck up the the parallels ever.
Yeah, then we have Blade King form, which of course is designed based on the actual King Evolution Caucasus Rouse card.
Does that mean that there's a
Blade
Hyper
one.
Sector one?
Oh yeah, I think so.
And you know how I've always been saying these look like Digimon cards?
Uh-huh.
These look like more of those really nice Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
You know, the more artsy ones.
All right. Down here we have Armed Hibiki. Very cool.
Yeah.
We have Deno Liner form.
Here's
Another point in the column of Liner form is Deno's true final form as opposed to Climax form.
Climax is a super form.
We have Cosmic States parallel. I love that it's like at this little station and the clock on the side is like the year that form debuted.
You can see the little people.
I think that's the rest of the Rider Club from Forza down there on the platform.
That is the entire Rider Club from Forza. I think also including Forza.
That is amazing.
That's a nice detail.
This art looks like an old sci-fi book cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
We have Gaim Kiwami arms.
More World Industries, I see.
Good old Kuwewe.
Drive type Trideron.
That's just a Pokemon card.
Then we have Muteki Gamer, which straight up looks like a 3DS.
It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's super good.
Looks like a Game Boy to me.
I say 3DS because the top part of it is black, just like the 3DS.
But it also has a hinge. You can see the hinge.
Yeah, also hinge. Yep.
It's meant to be a handheld gaming device.
It's a Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah.
The Muteki card has infinite lives. Oh yeah, it does. That's awesome.
That's cute. We have Build Genius in this little hanger with all the full bottles around. I think that's cute.
So good.
Then scrolling down,
Don't post my image, Decker.
We have
I
02.
made that, and I was also about to post that. Look in the chat. Look in the chat.
Yeah,
but Blaze, you can Please, you can tell it's not your photo.
Anyway, the 02 pairs well with the 01 parallel, as we see.
Yeah, because 02 is Izu.
And we have Revi and Vice Ultimate Forms.
These look like comic book covers. I love it.
I think these two win the parallel cards.
They do.
My God, man.
Those I will hunt down.
Yeah.
Then we have Oja, which, like Blade, is inspired by the actual Ryuki vent cards.
Adorable.
I can't wait for you to get to the Evolt one.
And we have Dark Kabuto.
Dark Kabuto.
It looks like the data bonder from Beetleborgs.
Mid bonding.
Then we have Eternal.
It's bonding time.
I think this one is my favorite parallel. Kamen Rider Evol. It's him in the cafe with Sento as the rabbit, and he's serving him coffee.
There's some fun going on here.
That's so cute and genius.
It was Shoichi, right? That was his name? Like the human?
Soichi. Isurugi Soichi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and he wasn't even him.
Yeah. And then we have
I love
Omazeo.
Eternals. Did you say Eternal?
I said Eternal, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Omazeo's is fucking sick.
Yep.
Oh, man.
No Hypersector.
See, like,
Kabuto
I
must be a
always say
different set.
Zeo. I'll always say Zeo as a show was like mid, but Zeo and like Omazeo, like Zeo as a rider is fucking awesome. I love Zeo as a rider.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Omazeo card, and according to the icon down at the bottom, it looks like he pairs up with someone from Decade.
Neat.
The villain cards are just the same as the regular cards.
Mm-hmm.
They just say the main rider. It's like the secondary cards.
So yeah, I think that is all of the new cards that we've had revealed. Thank you again to everyone in our. I'm so sorry, my memory's terrible. Who was it in our Discord who compiled all these for us? It was Midas. Midas and Decker. Thank you very much. Shout out to you guys, are awesome for making this job a little bit easier for us.
Thank you, minions.
Thank you.
Shall not die today.
I wouldn't say the word minions, but okay.
Oh,
treat them like minions. Call them
The
minions.
term is cast fans.
Yeah,
sorry, I just keep looking at. I keep looking at these Revice cards. I'm just like, God damn.
Oh wait, aren't Daybreak Chemies also coming in the set?
Yeah, I think they're putting out some of the Daybreak ones and some of the Dread ones.
The Dread ones, yeah.
Yeah.
The term is unpaid interns.
You're being paid in that experience.
Unfortunately, you are being paid in exposure.
In fact, I'm a reverse paid intern. I pay to be here.
Yeah. It's called a patron.
Reverse intern.
All right, moving on.
Indentured servitude, more like patronage.
I hope everyone enjoyed the Yodana specials because there's another one coming.
Fuck yeah!
Which claims to be the final one.
Can I just say, as probably the biggest Kira Major fan on the server, I love that people are still talking. Fuck you, Gar. I love that people are still talking about it. I love that people are still talking about it. I hate that people are talking about it because of softcore porn.
It is softcore porn.
No, okay. I'm going to get into that real quickly. So I'm going to concentrate on the first set of rider cards because I'm pretty sure Legend doesn't have all of these. I think he just has whatever the first set for.
I think he probably has the primary and secondaries, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah, he probably has the primary. Yeah, primary and secondary probably each Heisei and Reiwa.
Vegas, you're only the biggest Kira Major fan because you're literally a bear. You're literally bigger than me.
I frequently talk about how much I miss Kira Major because it was so good, so I'm happy to see more Kira Major content in whatever form it may come in.
Look at all these extra ladies she's got with her.
Yeah, it looks like this one's going to be about Yodana forming her own Sentai of sorts. So yes,
I want Joe's girlfriend to come back.
If this ends with Yodana actually becoming a Kira Major, I will forgive this.
No, they're gonna put her in her battle suit like they always do.
Probably.
So what is this?
So Yodana has had a series of side specials that aired after Kira Major that focus on her like becoming a good person after being evil. So this is Yodana the final, apparently, according to Toei Tokusatsu fan club.
Let's just say they were also a little bit extra violent and a little bit risque.
Yeah.
So this is softcore lesbian porn.
So it's like if Astronema
straight
had
up
her own show.
Kind of.
Yeah, she straight up like made out with a chick in like part 2, I think.
Yeah.
Also, she was like in a schoolgirl outfit or something at one point, wasn't she?
There's literally a warning at
It's because she was being like she was in the body of Jules' girlfriend or something.
There's literally a warning at the start of these specials going, "This isn't for good boys and girls. There isn't any shininess here."
It's all
Kira Janai.
Kira Janai.
So yeah, Yodana final. Yodana is now living in the human world after her revival. Ends up working with a group of bank robbers composed of 4 members, which are the other 4 women here: Rose, Margaret, Sylvia, and Dahlia.
What's the blue
Rose, Margaret. Someone's name is Margaret. That's awesome.
Margaret.
I love when Japanese people
darling.
One of them is Samala.
Oh, that is Samala. That's what was. That's what.
One of them is also somebody else, isn't they? Like there's another Toku alum.
May Angela from Saber as Rose, Tomi as Sylvia, Himeka Araya as Sylvia, and Marupi as Dahlia.
Wait. There's 2 Sylvias?
Oh no, they fucked up the description.
Tomi as Sylvia, Himeka Araya.
So one of the two of them is Margaret.
Oh, okay.
The core cast are all part of the same agency, 01 Familia.
And it's directed by Koichi Sakamoto, because of course.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, he made Force A&G. Great.
And it's being written by Tete Inoue. It's not the normal Inoue, but it's a different Inoue.
You got it.
And it's coming soon.
We'll watch it.
On the Toei Tokusatsu fan club. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You know, Friday the 13th's 4th movie was also called The Final One. There's 11 of those.
10 years later, Yodana the Final, Part 2, Chapter 8.
I do not recognize... I'm kidding.
I don't know which one is which, according to this, but I will say the one in the glasses is super cute.
Yes. They're all cute. They're all...
That's Margaret.
Alright. Yeah, very cool. Next.
Cool.
Speaking of Kira Major, Jeramie Green is retiring from the entertainment industry.
No, damn it!
No.
Actress Yume Shinjo announced on her Instagram that she will leave her talent agency and retire from entertainment at the end of March. Maybe it's because of the Yodana specials.
Perhaps.
She's quitting before she's invited for porn.
Yeah.
Here, let's see what it says.
She revealed this is because she realized she wanted to go out and work in the society other than the entertainment industry.
What?
I don't.
She wants to get a real job.
Yeah.
She's gonna be an actual athlete. No, she's gonna be an actual athlete like her character.
She can't disclose anything specific about her future plans as she's undecided, but she would like to think slowly about it. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She just wants to not do entertainment anymore.
She wants to be in a change of pace. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And apparently she's closing her Instagram account in March, at the end of March as well.
Which to me says
on Instagram.
Probably been dealing with some harassment or something.
Probably.
In the entertainment industry?
Yeah, it never. That pretty face. Come on.
Yeah, we don't know.
So that means
no, we don't.
I wish her the best.
Yeah.
Something else like that is just true. A lot of people get into the entertainment industry and then they realize it's not for me.
Oh yeah.
I wish her the best, but I also hope this is an Ami from Kyoryuger situation where she retires and then maybe she'll come back for a big anniversary.
For the 10-year Kira Major special.
She's gonna Miyazaki it.
Alright, moving on.
Best of luck to her.
We got a small update for the upcoming Deca Ranger 20th anniversary movie, Fireball Booster.
Oh.
They revealed the theatrical release, which will be June 7th, and then it will be available Blu-ray and DVD November 13th, which will include the new SP1 license. And we have a photo of Deca Red in his new form, and that's why I wanted to highlight it, because it looks like he has eyes on his crotch.
Don't we all?
Oh, whatever.
This article says that he has a new weapon, but that's just his regular weapon.
Yeah, it's a new form, but the weapon's the same.
Oh, I love that form. It's so sick.
I don't know how to read.
He's slowly becoming a metal hero. Look at this. He's gonna cross over with Kavan again.
I gotta say, this is how to do a cool upgrade. Just take the regular Sentai suit, make it Iron Man.
That's kind of what's happening.
That's what they're doing. Like I feel like with King-Ohger.
That's why they're putting eyes on the crotch, because Iron Man's a dick.
Oh. Symbolism. I was gonna say, like, that feels like what they're taking away from King-Ohger in a way too, which I like. Is hey, we can make it look like armor.
Yeah, and
it works. I think this is kind of neat looking. There's a bit of the like Spider-Man 2003 vibe to it, but I like it. 2003. The Sam Raimi movies.
Yeah.
2002.
All right. Very cool. Next, Hikaru Yamamoto, who played Akiko in Kamen Rider Double, announced her marriage.
Yeah, congrats to her.
There it is. There's the edit I made for me. I love it.
She revealed that she met someone through a common hobby, an irreplaceable person who always pushes her and turns everyday life into a time filled with smiles.
I bet
is it Excel's actor? Is it Excel's actor?
I don't think so.
All of her fans who share a parasocial relationship with her are furious.
Yeah.
I love she's known as a mahjong enthusiast.
That's like in real life.
Yeah, aside from acting, she's also part of the competitive mahjong organization RMU as one of their players.
That's funny. Maybe that's how she met her husband, her spouse.
That could be the common hobby they're talking about.
She beat him in mahjong.
Mahjong.
Wow.
What the hell?
It's that mahjong anime.
Oh yeah, Nantokanare. Akagi, that's what it is. Perfect time for Paul to walk out because he's watched that.
Akagi? Who said Akagi?
See?
I love
that anime.
Let's talk about mahjong, everybody.
You mean anime Jughead? You mean anime
Let's
Jughead?
talk about that.
All right. Anyways, moving on. There wasn't a news story associated with it, but Toku Collectibles posted a couple of things that I thought were worth mentioning. First off, being the Super Best DX Evolve driver. So what's cool about this is it comes with not only the Cobra and Rider system bottles, but the Rabbit and Dragon Evolve bottles and the Black Hole Evolve trigger. So
cool.
if you want the full Kamen Rider Evolve set, it's all in one batch here.
Ichi, now you can have the set that's not painted.
No. I already have mine.
No. Every time I see the black hole, it just reminds me of that awesome edit like this guy made where he gets sucked into the black hole and he just vanishes.
It doesn't
come back.
So good.
Very clearly when I turn it on,
That's so good.
Black hole!
Revolution!
No sevens, it doesn't come with Bat Engine because that's Mad Rogue. This is the Evolve set. But I know.
Yeah, fuck Mad Rogue.
No,
fuck Namba.
No, his name wasn't Namba. It was.
No, I know. He was always like, and then he would break a thing over his knee.
Yeah.
President Namba.
It was the guy who ended up being a robot because we called it.
Yeah, Utsumi, that was his name. Thank you, Orb.
Utsumi.
But yeah, I liked Mad Rogue as minor of a character of a power set as it was.
It was really crazy having since everyone else had the very simple tubing and then his was crazy.
Yeah,
I miss Night Rogue.
I think that was because it was someone other than Evolve using the Evolve driver. All right.
I thought it was just because he didn't have any he didn't have any hazard level.
That could be it. I don't know. But also from Toku Collectibles from Build, the Super Best DX Great Cross Dragon.
Wake up, crows!
That one form that happened one time and never again.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, he used it like 3 times.
Yeah, it showed up pretty late. It was basically like a new base form.
It's a thick ass dragon.
Yeah.
You're a thick
The head
ass
and tail
dragon.
fold up, and then it goes in the build driver, both slots.
I'm no dragon.
I think they missed an opportunity to have Cross
Dragon D's nuts.
team up with Kiva. And then he gets a cross dragon that looks like Castle Duran. That would have been sick.
Or like Shuduran.
Yeah, like a Castle Duran power up.
No, I got
already a Ryuki reference.
We get like a double full bottle that's Castle Duran, and then the bottle that goes in that, like with these, is Shuduran.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Remember we thought Cross's rider name was Clothes?
Yep.
Well, like it was Clothes, Cross.
It's because the Romaji is Kurozu, so it could be interpreted as claws or clothes or cross.
We're just idiots.
We chose clothes out of those three options.
It wasn't us. It was the people who were sharing the info.
Oh,
and ironically enough, we found out the actual spelling because of clothes.
Yeah.
Go check out Extra Castranger episode 92, Building Up Hype.
Jesus Christ!
Damn,
how do you remember that? You're reaching bar levels of Philip knowledge.
Because I just listened to it yesterday.
Oh.
And there was also an episode of Castranger where Lane specifically called Crossbuild.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, the funniest thing about Cross Zed's name is that the way we found out its actual spelling was not only because of actual clothes, but legit underwear.
As you do.
Yep.
Yes.
You really do solve
How else would you do it?
Yeah.
Remember you called Banjo Kazooie?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And the final time he called that was an episode called Kazooie's Graduation.
Yeah, that's when he became a writer, and I no longer despised him because of a completely separate character he played.
And then Banjo became one of the coolest secondary writers ever because he was just so much character development.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is
Banjo
the news.
Ryuga.
Jesus Christ, that was an hour and a half just on the news.
Yeah, we were talking about some pretty big stuff.
Thank you, Sentai.
Also, the Bakugan debacle.
The Debakugan?
Yes.
NCIS New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kick you to New Orleans.
Send me there.
It's not gonna be that hard.
NCIS podcast now.
We have content.
All right. Anyways,
Decker, don't tell me what to do. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll stick around and inform my opinions about King-Ohger, despite having watched 5 episodes.
No.
You haven't watched all of King-Ohger?
I got busy with school, and then it was
work.
You heathen!
I got busy. I need to watch it. I got busy with school, and then I was scared because it was very daunting because of how many episodes there were. Don't hit me.
Leave!
It only gets worse week by week. You compound your sins.
Get out of here.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're missing the best Sentai.
King-Ohger.
Count the failure 1, 2, and 3.
King-Ohger is required viewing to be on the show.
So thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It was a pleasure.
Hopefully I can be on more when I catch up. I'm gonna be on for the last episode for King-Ohger.
I was gonna say, get caught up in
5 minutes.
Get caught up in the next 2-3 weeks, and then be on the finale.
We're just gonna
Reminds me when I got
strap you to the chair, Clockwork Orange style, with your eyes open, and just like all of King-Ohger.
Like we did with Paul and Tokuger?
Yes.
For charity?
It reminds me of when I watched all of like half of Geats so I could be on an episode, and then something happened and I couldn't be on the episode anymore.
Yep.
All right. Later, guys. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me.
Peace, bud.
Bye-bye.
All right. Gotchard time.
Gotchard time.
All right, so you guys haven't been on for the last few episodes of Gotchard. Is there anything from the previous episodes you want to comment on?
Not so much that I want to comment on, just that I like the direction that it's going in. Like, every single episode, Gotchard seems to try to get a little bit more away from its clearly we're for kids kind of situation, and this episode in particular.
Oh, yeah.
But I like where it's going with it. I like the very loose fantasy thing that they got going on. I like how the story's developing. And while I don't have any specific notes or anything like that, because I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it, I still don't think that it's really got that oomph to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying this whole time with Gotchard is like, it's inoffensive as hell. Like, it hasn't done anything that makes me go, oh, this is stupid. In fact, it's done stuff where I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it's never surpassed anything at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good baseline rider show. And to what you were saying, how like it is aimed at kids with a bit more of like, you know, they're not going straight kiddie. But I'm gonna say this: I feel like Gotchard is gonna end up being a lot of kids' first Kamen Rider that they love. Like it's gonna be the one that they grew up with, and then as they get older,
Gotchard will be to them as Digimon was to me.
There you go.
This is clearly for children.
Yeah.
Even when they tend to go a little bit hard, like this episode, like it's clearly
fun.
for children.
It's like, you know,
we're collecting cards. There's little CGI little Pokemon things, and it doesn't have the same high concept shit going on that even Geats did, or certainly not Gaim, or even Drive. Like Drive had Hot Wheels, and that's clearly for children. But it was way better written than this, in my opinion.
So, I think I can speak. I think I can speak for everyone here when I say, Spanner, we're so sorry.
Yeah.
We're so sorry for fucking shitting on you, calling you a loser, like just berating you. Oh my god, you poor man.
He got absolutely fucking brutalized this episode.
Not only did he see his parents get murdered in front of him once, but 2 times. Jesus Christ.
And then proceeded to get clotheslined and head slammed by the monster of the week. That man has several concussions.
And you know what the worst part is?
Suck it, Batman.
In this particular situation, as far as he's concerned, there's something he could have done about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the actual story behind his parents' death is.
They were murdered by Garyon.
Oh, yeah, no,
they were just trying to protect the school, and they died.
But it's back when he, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
How old is he now? He was like 12, right?
I think
he's probably like 22.
He's like 20 something now, so he would have been like early 10s.
Yeah, oh, he was 14, 10, 12, so he's 24.
So. Okay, yeah, so he's 14 back then.
Okay, so even at 14, not much he could have done. Even if he was like an alchemy student.
I think what they're setting up with this episode is he had some sort of unique alchemy power within him, which we see manifest as these black flames, and including the spike that ended up injuring Kyoko, which was nice to find out about the origin of that. So apparently what's been happening is, ever since that incident where Spanner watched his parents get lasered by Garyon, she hid that from him, from his, like, within his memories. And that's why she's been like taking care of him. She's his teacher. That was something we learned this episode as well.
No, but you know what's more fucked up? Even though she wiped his memory of like the event, he still like had like nightmares and shit about it. And I was like, oh my god.
Finding out that his memories were erased, while not super surprising given the amount of memory erasure in the show, was actually really upsetting, because like when his parents first showed up in the episode, I'm like, okay, so they're probably dead, and now they're back temporarily, obviously because of the angel monster. But like Spanner was like acting like, oh hey, look, my parents are back from their trip and we're hanging out and it's awesome. And I'm like, oh no, he's in denial. And then we find out that his memories were altered, and I'm like, oh my god, he consciously was not aware that his parents were dead.
Yeah,
he actually thought that they had gone away to a farm or it's on some trip and had just come back.
They got sent off to a UN conference.
Poor
he literally,
Spanner, man.
This was actually a moment in the episode for me when he was like, I'm so glad you guys are back from that big important thing that you guys were doing. And in the back of my head, I was like, how was the UN conference? And they were like, oh, that wasn't important. How have you been? And I'm just like, in the back of my head, if I had just heard that, I was like, so you guys have just been dicking around while I wasn't sure if you guys were safe or not.
Wow.
So he doesn't know anything. And that was clearly an illusion, because like, clearly they weren't designed to give him any sort of closure. They were there to like stroke his ego and pat his head in order to get him into this emotional situation where he could be corrupted. That was the whole plan.
The whole plan was to get him so angry that he started channeling this black flame again, because Garyon clearly wants it.
Oh, the amalgam form he has. Holy shit.
This show is so fucking genius with its amalgams. The way he like temporarily turned into Valvarat and then ripped off his own mask. Like it was like a fucking Bleach moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like a reverse Bleach moment.
It was so badass.
Yeah, I love that. It's such a good shot.
The fucking Mad Wheel Amalgam just reminds me so much of Machine Chaser, and I love how on brand that is.
Yeah, it was so cute. It was so.
Complete the notes that I was giving before, like my initial thing for the previous episodes and Gotchard in general. The sum of its parts is better than its whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
it's got some amazing shit in it, but overall the show isn't, like you were saying earlier, the oomph is not fully there, but there are parts of it that are amazing.
They're holding back, and I think that they need to have a moment, and it needs to be a big fucking moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like this show has it in it.
Yeah.
It just hasn't gotten there yet.
They have to alchemize it.
And I don't know how I feel about this amalgam form. I don't.
I like it.
I think the engine head is brilliant. I think the holding of the mask in the one hand is brilliant. Other than that,
what was so sad though was like Mad Wheel like flies out and is just like concerned for Spanner, and then he just gets fucking sucked into him, and I was like, oh no. It was just like, he's like wheel.
It was so funny when like we see the parents start like crumbling into dust, and I'm like, oh no, they're Orphanox.
Yeah, the Angel amalgam was pretty fucking sick too.
Another brilliant design.
It is my favorite. It is my favorite amalgam so far.
The Angel lead one.
What's really cool was when they like zoom in on it talking, it would zoom in on like the head with the halo.
Yeah.
Instead of like the wing.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be the head.
Yeah, that's so fucking cool.
But
it's a fallen angel.
It's a crucified angel. Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Up,
That's why it keeps giving temptations and like tribulation, emotional tribulation to its opponent.
Yep. So yeah, basically this is the start of Spanner's character arc.
This is Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, also, this episode starts with him being like super angry because he's thinking about fucking like Rene being a rider, and he just keeps thinking about Hotaru saying to him, I'm the Kamen Rider, and I just fucking love that he keeps fucking holding on to that. It's so funny.
I love how Kyoka just comes in with the like unfinished driver prototype and just slams it down. Now I just imagine Kamen Valverde debuts wearing specifically this driver with all the wires hanging off of it.
Yeah. Yo, premium Bandai Valvarad driver prototype version.
John Toei would absolutely release that, and you know it.
Yes.
I mean, all you have to do is go to a computer parts store, buy a circuit board, place it on top of your Gotcha driver, bam, there you go.
The next power up version will be just straight up a graphics card. Just slam a 4070 in front of that bitch.
Remember when George was holding the Revice driver inside a fucking computer tower?
Yup.
Like, yeah, like, come on. Toei lazy sometimes.
Hey, the show has a budget sometimes.
It does. Very true.
It do be like...
I will say, like, as impactful as this episode was, Spanner himself approached ruining it because after the Black Flames started up and they're like, oh no, Spanner! And he goes, the man named Kurogane Spanner is no more. And I'm like, all right, we're reaching Naruto terminology levels here.
You will call me Voldemort.
No, what I was going to go to is, I am now Shin Kurogane Spanner. Just go full Dan Kuroto.
Can we just headcanon that his dad? Can we just headcanon that his dad's name is Wrench?
I mean, until they tell us otherwise, I'm willing to go with it.
Daddy Wrench?
Yeah.
So what about the mom? What do we call her?
Mama Screwdriver.
Yeah, Mama Screwdriver.
Mama Screw.
Screwdriver. Mama Screw. Mama
Wrench and
Papa
Screw.
Wrench. There you go.
That's why I'm here.
No, you gotta say it the Forza way. Screw you.
No, that's the wizard, the white wizard driver.
Oh, that's the wizard one?
Yeah.
Screw you now.
Screw you now.
Please.
Yeah, so apparently what was happening is Kyoka had erased his memories in order to protect him and taught him chess in order to help keep his emotions in check.
and then he fucking like, she's like, oh, let's sit down and play a game of chess. He just fucking knocks the board on the floor. Like, fuck your chess, you stupid bitch.
No more games.
And proceeds to get mad at her for, you know, wiping his memory about his parents' death and lying to him all these years.
Understandable.
Yeah, you would be.
Very understandable. That's why I'm just watching this whole episode and I'm like, Spanner, I'm so sorry. You're a very deeply troubled character.
I absolutely fucking love the way he just comes in and just whams Angel right in the fucking face.
I just realized that's been like a through line, kind of, in like the idea of like taking someone's memories away to like protect them. And not even for this, like in fucking King-Ohger, like last week. Like
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we also got a very nice double henshin of Gotchard and Majade near the end of this episode. Getting that out of the way early. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about last week's episode is I forgot to be mad that Majade's henshin was not a stock sequence like Gotchard has had.
Oh yeah.
One day at a time. We only just got a badass female rider.
Yeah, badass female secondary rider who now can finally emote.
Yes.
The prominence
really
whore.
They were also going to give her a henshin sequence.
Yes.
This is This is Toei.
Baby steps. So yeah,
eventually, maybe.
Very, very impactful episode, and next week will be the debut of Kamen Rider Valvarad.
Who do you think has the better base form gimmick powers? The grasshopper in a train or the sun in a unicorn?
Sun and the fucking unicorn, like.
Or, as of next episode, the car and the demon.
God, every time I keep looking at Valvarad's suit, it's just so nice.
I like Daybreak.
No, he likes Gotchard Ten.
Sure, fine, but
do you like it more than hers?
No.
But it's kind of a toss-up. They're all great in their own ways.
But I think Gotchard's design works. I think it looks pretty good, actually.
I like, in terms of Gotchard base Steam Hopper form, I like it a lot for the most part, but the orangeness of the belt kind of spoils it for me. But I do understand I understand and accept that orange and blue are complementary colors, and that's why they did it, and that's fine.
And I think that the orange actually makes it pop a lot more than it would if it was just a straight blue suit.
But on the other hand, Daybreak suit being all orange and black makes that pop out far more, in my opinion.
And it's a more interesting design, and it's more homogenous, and it makes more sense. But it also kind of makes it a little more boring.
I disagree. I think Daybreak looks amazing. Like
Daybreak looks great. Don't get me wrong. It's just there's no variation to it. It's all.
And my favorite is this gorgeous motherfucker. I love Legend.
I think he looks cool.
Yeah, Paul's just like, Paul, you're already a Decade hater, so of course you hate the Decade fanboy.
Like someone shot him gray for Lane.
It's the coolest of the Decade suits. But that's like saying that's the shiniest turd I ever saw in my life.
Ow.
And I'm not even calling that. Like, that's cool.
I like it.
I don't like the Decade barcode.
But they're gold bars.
He was saved by Decade when he was a little kid.
Gold barcode. Ha 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 ha.
He did it.
Anyways, I can't wait for Legend to show up in the show for probably 2 episodes and then fuck off.
He'll be back.
I mean, I want him to be in the rest of the show, but he probably won't. That's why he was so tiny on the poster. Yeah, that's why he was so tiny on the poster, because he's gonna have little importance.
Gar, any thoughts on Gotchard?
No, don't. He hasn't watched it.
Oh.
Yeah,
all right.
That's
any other thoughts before we move on?
I'm liking where this show's going, honestly. Again, Spanner, I'm so sorry. So I can't wait for him to have his big heroic moment.
I apologize.
Spanner was due this albeit abrupt, harsh, and a little unfair character development.
They had to ram that.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they tightened the bolt a little too hard, too quick.
Want to make a troubled character with half-assedly murder his parents.
Batman theme.
I mean, how many fucking protagonists and important characters in fiction just have dead parents? Most of them.
The majority, in fact.
I mean, Superman has a whole dead planet.
Yep.
So,
which includes
pretty
parents.
bad.
You can only become special in a superhero if you've had a traumatic childhood, duh. You can't be a hero if you have parents.
Peter Parker lost both his parents, but then apparently it was his uncle's death that really had to set him straight.
Yeah,
they didn't
really drove him off the edge.
So that makes sense.
That's what they call the canon event.
Because they were secret agents or something, according to the basic Spider-Man movies.
Okay,
those are terrible, so don't listen to them.
Anyway, Lane, take us in.
They're all right. Okay, so.
All right, before we get into this week's episode, would anyone like to comment on the episodes you caught up on?
So I got in right at the beginning of the Kingdom Treasures arc, I guess you could call it.
The Symbols of Power?
Yeah, the Symbols of Power arc, yeah. I really, really like that. Right? I really like it. I like them as a secondary power. I mean, like, in a lesser Sentai series, this would have just been a battleizer.
Yeah.
Like, you would have just gotten, like, an attachment to sell another toy. I like the fact that you're not really gonna sell toys based around these powers. Like, I know Himeno has her sight sort of thing, and that's a bit of an attachment. But, like...
Well, I mean, her power comes from the tiara she's got,
sure,
and then
I know,
it just
but
generates
I mean,
the
like
sight.
how it manifests.
I'm willing to bet that they are probably already selling the jewelry of these symbols that they're wearing.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're selling...
Capitalism, I can't stop that.
They are selling the crown, of course, we know.
I'm going to say Rita's eye.
No, the jewel on her glove.
All right, yeah.
They can easily sell a contact lens because one of her eyes is different.
That too.
I love the concept behind them. I love the fact that they're just a power, like an additional power. And I like the rules based around the idea of, yes, my power could destroy my own kingdom, but it could also support another kingdom that's within the Sixpence Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking love that. I think that that's some really smart storytelling. I think that's some by-the-book power creation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they maybe could have been like the starting powers, actually. To me, they actually almost feel like the Beetleborg civilian powers, where that could have been that.
I understand that thought, but I don't know if we want to start the show before everyone's maturing in character development with the power to destroy nations.
No, I get that. And the reason why I understand why they're not is because they are so powerful. But you could have started with like a level 1 version of these and just like had that awaken and be like, this is the beginning of your journey. Like, you know, that's the mark of the monarch going forward. And you could have done that. But
I will agree with that to the point of when this whole Symbols of Power arc started, it did feel like it kind of came out of nowhere immediately after, oh, we now have the power to slay immortals. It's just like, we have this, and now we have this other whole power set to deal with.
We reached endgame, and we got to get
there. If there had been foreshadowing and setup of these powers existing, even in like a minuscule form at the early stages of the show, I feel like it would have been a better payoff.
Sure.
Like, we could have seen Yama with like the ability to like shoot tiny little lightning bolts.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like Himeno's ability to grow plants.
It could have simply started with a bit of elemental control. Yeah. And that's the mark of the potential monarch of our thing. But they wouldn't have had that same, I've been a monarch for the longest time, I'm the main character of my own show mentality, which is what we also like about the show as it is now.
Yeah.
You could have taken this power and made it a completely different show, but I'm happy that it's there.
Sevens brings up a good point. I forgot this, but it is, and I did mention it when the arc started. There was a bit of foreshadowing because we got to see Rita use that sealing power when we met Karas. Mm-hmm. So there was a little bit of set.
Had it.
Yeah,
she's always had it.
Yeah,
but her kingdom has always been a little bit different, hasn't it?
A little bit, yeah, because she's like the international judge.
Yeah, her citizens come from all over the place. Their uniting fact is they're criminals.
Yeah. And she's the only one who had any semblance of this power before this arc started.
Here's the other thing, too.
Unless you want to argue Jeramie's immortality, which we'll get into in a bit.
Here's the thing, too, though. Because it's explicitly stated that this isn't by blood, This is, I'm assuming, something that they're bestowed with?
It's the symbols of rule are passed down from ruler to ruler.
Yeah, so then, that's the thing. They technically have them all from the beginning.
They just didn't know what they were capable of.
Basically.
Except for Rita.
As far as they were concerned, it was more like the 3 symbols of Japan. Like, you know, the shield, the sword, and the weird bead thing. You know what I mean? I don't remember the name of them. But,
no, yeah, it's like, it's symbols of legitimacy.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
exactly. But I like the powers that they get from them. I like the system behind it. I like what it's doing for the story.
It's also interesting that in order to use them, they have to be in civilian form. It's not something they use while transformed.
And this is the part where Linkara goes, and I hate it when they have civilian powers.
It kind of is what it is. Except it's less civilian power and more royalty power.
That's why I was going to compare them to the civilian powers from Beetleborgs. Like, to me, it kind of... You could have started them off with almost like blues telekinesis or something. It could have been something like that.
I'll say
But it would have been a completely different show, is my point.
Yeah, like...
I think I prefer this version, but I understand why you would think about that.
Again, what you're saying, both of you, started off with, like, maybe you have a little bit of a clue that they're actually more powerful than they look. But I think introducing these powers that early on in a bigger capacity would have just been messy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because then the threats aren't as threatening.
Yeah, that's also part of it. Like, the fact is that they're getting these powers now because they need to take on the literal most powerful
space gods
in the series, you know? Like, ever.
Okay, so, episode 46. This week's episode, we have the Himeno and Jeramie pairing.
One we've all been waiting for.
I'm actually pretty okay with the fact that they're focusing on pairs of characters that make narrative sense rather than like, focus on the ships.
Yeah, which I appreciate that immensely.
So the idea is that Himeno's power, given that she is the queen of the country of flowers and medicine, thus life, thus her power is the straight up ability to remove life.
Also known as a fucking gun.
The theming is really on brand too, because like she uses scythes to fight, so it's like she's reaping life, but also there's parallels to like reaping soil.
They've been doing this from the beginning, and she's got a mantis which has a scythe arm.
Exactly.
It's just brilliant. It just reminds me of the game Dante's Inferno when you fight death and then you steal his scythe and then he begs you not to kill him and then you kill him with his scythe.
With his saw.
Oh, Dante's Inferno. What a weird game.
Oh.
What if God of War but Christian?
Catholic.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I love we have our opening confrontation with Grody attacking Ishibana. And then Jeramie pops off that line that Sal made me go back and pause on because it was so funny. It's just like, Jeramie's like, even I wouldn't spin a tale such as you.
Like, no, he was like, the whole thing was like, they were like offended that he was raising the dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like the power to raise the dead is
something so heinous I wouldn't even make a story about it. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna hate video games. Like you're gonna hate like George Romero quite a bit.
You're never gonna want to play Resi.
You're just not living life if you're not okay with raising it.
Yeah. So we see Himeno use her giant energy scythe that she attaches to her king's weapon, and she attempts to swipe it through Grody to take his life, but instead of dying, he just bleeds a bunch of Shoe God souls.
Which that's fun.
So we discover that Grody is basically what would have happened if Rackley's father had succeeded in his plan to turn Gira into a soulless killing weapon.
Oh god,
that happened? Like he pulled the Shoe God souls out and he's like, oops, all Shoe God.
Sorry, hold on. Lane, go ahead.
Oh, it's just like he spills out and it's just, oops, all Shoe God souls. Just oops, all berries.
Grody is just Oogie Boogie.
Yes. Actually.
My bugs!
My Shoe God!
He's full of bug souls!
Shoe God! My Shoe God!
Now I want to now I have to shop for the trailer Oogie Boogie, but in black and with the scythe and hat.
Oh no!
Just put a hat on him.
Yeah, just put Grody's hat on him.
Oogie Grody.
Oogie Grody.
Yeah. So of course he's not dead, and even he doesn't understand why.
Which I like that. He's like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't understand what this is even. Whatever.
And I have
I love the fact that he just wakes up and he's like,
I have no fucking clue
Still
why
going,
I have no fucking clue why I never considered. What if he's just already dead?
It's real interesting. So they reveal.
I gotta be honest. I thought that was always sort of implied.
No. Well, the thing is, they implied that he was immortal and that he couldn't be killed, implying that he was alive and eternally alive, like Jeramie. So there was a precedent for the show having an immortal character. But then we find out in this episode, it's not that he's eternally alive; it's that he's undead.
They knew because they kept poking him in the eye with a stick.
No, and also he did always mention that he feels cold.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that was a clue.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, okay, like I was going off of like his general manner because he's clearly doing a bit of a ghoulish zombie performance the whole way through, and the insect he's based on, like the bug he's based on. I know what it is, so maybe
you said it was a parasite.
Yeah, that takes over the body and so it's like I always assumed that he was kind of I'm not gonna say straight up zombie, but zombie adjacent.
That's kind of the vibe we were getting, but it was never really put together.
Yeah, they didn't confirm it, of course, until now. But
I mean that comes through in his Plague Doctor.
Yeah.
Paul's gonna like this episode, or this reference I'm about to make. I could see him being with Grody. Just Paul Bear.
It does have that vibe.
Is that Gomez Adams?
No, that's Paul Bearer from the WWE.
That was that guy with the Undertaker who'd be like, "The Undertaker!" Like he would hype him up and stuff.
Undertaker!
So yeah, the reason Himeno's attack doesn't work on him is he has no life to be taken from him.
Yeah.
He's being sustained artificially with undead existence by way of the tons and tons of Shoe God souls.
How do you kill that which has no life?
Just holds up a USB stick.
By making it immortal. Apparently.
Yeah, so what the plan that they end up coming up with is Rackley's speaks to Jeramie as he takes him to Bugnarok, and they find out that we find out the reason Jeramie has been immortal all this time isn't because he's a twisted mutation, half man, half Bugnarok like we thought, but the symbol of power given to his ancestor was a crystal of immortality, which you can buy.
Will make you immortal?
I hope so.
Let's find out.
Maybe.
I'm gonna jump off this building with this in hand.
That was another thing. That was another thing. This show, I was I never thought Grody was a Zambo, and then I never really questioned why. Yeah, thanks, King Grumps. And then I just never realized, why is Jeramie immortal?
I think we just chalked it up to he's unique, being half man, half Bugnarok.
I think we all literally just said, "Oh, he's a monster in a Sentai. He can be immortal."
But then
it's his damn boyish charms.
But then I should have realized that didn't make sense because the Death Narok that we knew was Death Narok the 8th.
Yeah.
So clearly Bugnarok die of natural causes.
And of meteors.
Wait. You know is that why he has the weird hand?
No, I think
is it because of the crystal?
I think that's because he is half Bugnarok, but the crystal was just added on top of that.
Yeah. It looks like it's growing from the crystal, kinda. That's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, this was concept art of Jeramie that we saw back when he was revealed. And as Sal was asking while we were watching the episode, this leads us to believe that he probably does in fact have a human penis.
Yeah, well,
Does Jeramie have a
It shoots web.
Does Jeramie have a human parent?
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
The 6th night back when Shugadan was formed 2,000 years ago.
Well, his whole existence is that
his mom was with Bugnarok.
Human and Bugnarok can coexist.
Remember the spider lady that they revived and then re-killed?
Right.
That was his mom.
All right.
Could you imagine though if this is how real world genetic splicing worked, where it's let's say for instance you had one parent who was white, one parent who was black. You're white except for your arm.
Just your chest and one arm are black.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Hot Spider Mom, that's who.
Yeah. So the plan that they come up with is we're going to remove Jeramie's immortality crystal, put it into Grody so that he has life, and I assume the follow-up plan was to then do the big slicey slice and then remove him of that life.
Well, it's like I don't know how well this was honestly thought out, because okay, step 1, remove immortality from Jeramie. Step 2, make Grody immortal. Step 3,
profit.
We're not sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the plan was, because Himeno's attack didn't work because he had no life, the idea was to give him a life that they could then kill.
But you can't kill immortal life is what I'm saying. Maybe they just didn't carry a 0.
No, here's the thing. There's a difference There's a difference between immortal because you cannot be killed, and immortal meaning you will not age and die of natural causes.
True enough.
I think the idea is that the crystal Jeramie had prevented him from aging and dying of natural causes, but he could still straight up be murdered if he was shot in the head.
Fair enough, but
So the idea was to put that crystal into Grody so that he was no longer undead but alive, and he would, if left alone in that state, he would never age or die, but he would still be technically alive, and then the plan was to hit him with Himeno's symbol attack to then kill him.
So what happened?
Yeah, Jerry's
he got away because they didn't immediately follow up.
True.
Jerry's got it. It's like killing a zombie by healing it.
That don't make no sense.
That's what you guys were saying while we were watching the episode. Are they pulling the Final Fantasy shit where you use a cure spell on a zombie to kill it? And I'm like, kind of.
Which, I mean, okay, as far as a fantasy thing goes, yeah, it is fun. It's cool.
And this is a high fantasy series. Let's face it.
I think we need to go backward in the story, though.
Sorry, that just reminded me when me and Ichi played FF9 and he fought this one boss.
I was thinking about it.
He used a cure spell and he just killed it in one hit. I was blown away by how easy that was.
The boss in the Iaifa tree in Final Fantasy IX is this big zombie tree, and if you use a Phoenix down or a revive spell, you just fucking murder it.
Yeah, it's great. Also, I love this one exchange of dialogue where so Himeno wanted to test her thing on Gira because she's like, "Hey, you're immortal, you'll survive it," and he's like, "What if I don't?"
Yeah, he's only got one soul in him, and fucking Grody's got
It's
hundreds.
a real.
No, but then
I have a bulletproof vest. What if they shot you in the face? What if he shot me in the face?
But then Himeno says Gira says something well, I didn't say I wanted this immortality. Yeah, I didn't ask to be immortal, and Himeno just goes don't fucking say that to me.
She goes on about how she's had to live and witness so much death being the doctor of the country.
It's almost like being
her parents.
Doctor or something.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously,
Sorry,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's also this shot where, she goes to the grave of her parents, and it just shows them, and I'm like, yeah, this is for the people who didn't go see the movie.
I love that her parents' grave is in the middle of all these colorful flowers.
It's very pretty.
It's unnecessarily happy area for a graveyard.
I disagree. I mean, you remember
And Jeramie's is in a cave. Jeramie's parents' grave is in a cave.
There's 2 ways to do it.
Last week,
it's a cave grave.
I don't know if I said it on the show, but last week I was thinking to myself, where the bloody fuck are Gerojimu and Tarantula Abyss? And then they both showed up in this episode.
This show hears you, man.
They're listening to me. So why won't they give me the fucking stock henshin?
Last episode, man. I was gonna say, what they're going for here is clearly they want to bring up that discussion of death and immortality, what you really wanted, sort of thing. And they're obviously doing it aimed at their audience, so that's why it starts so antagonistic to each other. No, you're a fool for not wanting immortality. But it's when you think about it, immortality would suck.
Yeah, you have to watch all your friends and loved ones die.
Everyone you care about die.
Yeah, no, a great example recently, because I've been catching up on Doctor Who, and so there's this one character that the Doctor encounters, which surprisingly played by Maisie Williams. So it's just weird seeing Arya Stark as a Viking teenager. So she gets killed, but then he puts this alien tech in her that basically constantly heals her, so she can't die, and so she just lives in this her normal body for hundreds and hundreds of years, and he encounters her later and it's oh, it's you, and she's like, who's that? And she doesn't remember her former name because it's just been so fucking long. Like she had to write all her memories down in like books and journals just to remember like anything from her other like lifetimes.
I recently played and finished Lost Odyssey on the Xbox 360, and that was a very good and insightful story about the question of immortality as well. A lot of his memories from his 1,000 years of being alive are presented through these really artistic sequences, and it's a very artsy game, and I loved it.
They also were talking. Sorry, go ahead.
Ichi, what was the name of the illusion Bugnarok, like the bug guy? Yeah, I love that he's just like, well, I'm just like an illusion, so it's like whatever. And Jeramie's like, yeah, but I love you, bro. And he's like, oh. He's like, thanks, man. That was cute.
I love that like, they got Rackley's to help with digging graves for the dead Bugnarok mooks.
Yeah, that was fucked up to see them like Bugnarok soldiers burying other Bugnarok soldiers. I'm like,
straight up corpses of the mooks.
And it was interesting because it's like, I'm teaching them to be less violent because if they dig graves and learn to understand death, they'll have a better appreciation for life and won't be so antagonistic.
Wow, Jeramie, that's really pushing a human agenda.
People die when they are killed.
I find it fascinating the mooks don't explode.
Do mooks explode?
I'm sure some of them have, but clearly not all of them.
But, you know, I actually really like that scene, too, because it went, again, with the whole idea of, like, is immortality really worth it in the end? And, like, it's also a good showcase for Rackley's, just, again, like, how he's actively trying to show, like, I'm not bad, and I want to help.
Yeah.
You know? And also, I just loved how he didn't take off his coat all the way. Like, he put it on his shoulders,
he did the Yugi thing.
Which feels like it would make it even harder, honestly.
He has to retain some dignity.
I love Rackley's just has this like buttoned up shirt with like a side pocket, like a front pocket. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, what was I gonna say? I forgot. It's okay.
I love what the shots when they have Grody webbed up for the like late episode confrontation, and there are so many shots where you can clearly see the eye slot for the suit actor in his neck.
Good old zooms.
I love the shots to show up like that, but the transition from like them doing it to him being strung up like that quick transition.
Oh yeah, where you see Jeramie into the web. All right, now data drain him.
Yeah.
If you want the best understanding of
Sorry, hold on.
If you want the best understanding of immortality, go watch Highlander. It's a good movie. Not the second one, but the first one.
Stop trying to appeal to me, Lane.
Hey! Apparently Henry Cavill's coming out with a new Highlander film, so that's going to be interesting.
Starring Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but it's made by the John Wick guy, so it's going to suck.
Certainly won't.
I like John Wick. John Wick's cool.
I did mention Kaguya. I was happy to see Gorojimu again. Apparently, he's just been busy getting his mooks to dig their own graves.
Can we just talk about that one scene where it's like Doug Dead is just swinging on that swing and
Kawajimu's pushing him. We, master, we.
Yes. Are we having fun, master? Yeah!
I liked when Kamen
Space swing!
I liked when Kamen had that moment of, am I going to be the last jester? Like,
yes.
Yes.
I also love when Grody got angry about his existence and he tries to attack Doug Dead, and then Doug Dead just goes, whoop, and then has Kamen take the attack.
He's still fun,
He's like, what the fuck are you? What the fuck's my purpose? And Doug Dead's just like, killing people for me?
Kill people.
You make butter.
It's what you're good at.
To spread butter.
Oh god.
Also, no mech fights.
Yep, we're focusing on the characters instead of the mechs.
No, I'm just really surprised. Like, a Sentai's gone this long in episodes without a mech fight.
We saw Megazords in the preview for next episode, so we're gonna have it again.
Okay. Yay. Yeah, another fucking God's Wrath event, apparently.
Yeah, the episode pretty much ends with Grody being alive and warm and summons all of the semi-shoe gods and basically initiates Wrath of God 2.
Agiri's back, y'all.
Oops, all shoe gods.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Bugaloo.
Oh, there you go.
Like, it was also just an interesting, like, moment in that, because, like, we gotta talk about this, how, like, Jeramie said, you know what, I'm willing to give up my immortality to help end this.
Yeah.
Which, it's like, that's interesting in of itself, because it means, like, he's going, now, I'm assuming what he did was, he said his appearance is his biological age.
Yeah. So like, he's gonna start aging from here.
Like, human in human terms.
He said he wanted to grow old and age with the others.
Because, you know, he honestly ran the risk of once he removed that, just like in like
Someone
fucking
could stab him.
Well, no. I was gonna say it'd be like the Last Crusade where he just fucking ages all at once.
I was like, yeah, there actually was no guarantee that once they removed that he didn't just crumble into ash right there.
If they had played that for laughs, though, where he's like he takes it off, like he just like starts aging, and he puts it back in. He's okay.
No, you know what would have been hilarious? Remember how Jeramie used to have like illusions and tricks and pranks and shit? What if he did that where, like, he made a copy of himself who was talking to Himeno, takes out the crystal and just crumbles to dust. She's like, ah! And then he just, like, walks in from off stage. Gotcha!
That's so good.
Can I just say this right now?
I'm glad it's not like a Melisandre fucking situation.
Sorry, Lane, you go first, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying. I'm sorry, Paul. I was just saying. I hope it's not like a Melisandre situation. Just takes off the necklace. It's just a fucking old woman. I'm like,
No, Lane. I was legit kind of thinking that's where it was going with Jeramie. That like not like you become like super decrepit old, but maybe like older. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say now I want to see Robin Williams play Jeramie Gracieri.
Got a couple problems there.
Bi-millennial man.
Sure.
Or no, we could get Grody and then we can do it.
Oh, here's my crystal.
God.
Oh, I'm dying.
I
could tell the worst joke ever right now, but I won't.
I love Kaguya in the chat. Y'all just want to see DILF Jeramie.
Yeah, yo.
Absolutely, I want to see DILF Jeramie.
Man, Jeramie just hits different, man. He's such a great sex drinker.
Shit guy.
I like that little bit too at the end after like they've decided that they're gonna do this. Like they're gonna like
where they're both holding back their own tears.
Yeah, and what was the whole thing with that?
He was like, "It's okay if you want to go back to being Ohsama," and she's like, "Just tell me the fucking context. I'm tired of your bullcrap. It's okay if you want to cry."
And then she says, "And ruin my makeup."
And so she's like, the most Himeno thing I've ever heard in my life.
And then Jeramie goes, "Oh well, in that case, I better not cry either."
Well, like that was the joke I was making because we're watching, and I'm like, but before he said that, I said, "Jeramie, you might want to be careful there too, because he's wearing eye makeup."
Yeah. And then he said it. I'm like, "Oh, all right, that's just canon.
We know what we're doing."
I remember Emily sent us that thing about how the actor for Jeramie is like he's a Zoomer, so it's like he didn't know what hard boiled means, so he just decided to play Jeramie the way he is. And I'm just like, vaguely gay and emotionally intelligent? Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
He's not emotionally intelligent at all.
He understands what people need to hear.
After living 2,000 years, I hope he knows something.
Yeah.
Then why does he keep reading between the lines? Oh, God.
Ow, my Jesus Christ.
Thanks, I hate it.
I don't like that.
I'm not putting that in the thumbnail.
No. It'll be in my heart, though.
So, they put the crystal into Grody and give him life, and then instead of immediately following through on the plan to give him the swipey swipe, he just gets away.
Was there a reason for that? Or
I don't know.
I can't remember, honestly.
It was honestly just like, I'm warm, and then he just summons a bunch of re-dead mooks and shit, and then they just stand there and do nothing as he initiates the wrath of God and then gets away again. I'm like, why did you not follow through?
Honestly, I was half expecting the joke to be, it seems making him alive made him more powerful. Would have thought.
I mean, he did it the first time while he was dead, so I don't think his power level changed.
He got out of there!
He said, I feel like a god.
He pulled an opposite.
That might just be like his abstract description of feeling alive.
Do you know, like, this
we
honestly,
like being alive. We like being alive. We like being alive.
This honestly felt like an intentional, like, reference. Like, the way he said, I feel hot. Like, just straight up, like, Pirates of the Caribbean. I feel cold.
Cold.
That's an interesting thing.
Like, the idea is, like, now he, like, you know, he feels good, but instead of just, he gets that one moment and then dies, I'm gonna take this to the next level. Fury of the Gods.
See,
Mark
now I'm
II.
thinking about Jim Carrey's Grinch is like, I'm all toasty.
He was kind of playing it like that.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Himeno. You're in one.
You're in one.
See, I just say when I saw them throw the crystal in there, and he was like, "Oh, I'm getting hot," sort of thing, and Jeramie and Himeno were just kind of watching, and I just thought in my head like a conversation was like, "Should we do something about this?" No. Let's see where this
Let's
goes.
see where this goes.
No.
Not yet, living doll.
No. Trying to get fired. Okay, also, can we talk? They didn't throw that crystal into him. They fucking fired it into him.
He did the same thing he did with the Legend Shoe God souls when he first showed up. Put them in his fucking paint gun and blam.
Which, like, if that had worked, it would have been great if, like, they walked up. So it seems his one weakness was being fired with a rock, shooting a rock into his heart
being
at high
shot
velocity.
was his one weekness all along.
I got it. Without their heads, they're powerless.
Grody, you want your life back? Touch the crystal.
Touch this crystal between my man titties.
I also thought, like, on a serious note too, I did like the other Ogers when they were fighting the mooks and some revived monsters.
Yeah,
like they were really not enjoying this. Like they were like, "Oh my god, we've already killed you, and this is awful. Why do we have to keep killing?"
Yeah, because they
we're at peace with the Bugnarok. Like
yeah,
because like
if they honestly, it's funny because like if it wasn't for Grody and his ability to revive monsters and mooks, the Ogers would have nothing to fight for, like, except for the ones being focused on. The others would have nothing to do.
Yeah.
But when you think of other Sentai stuff, almost traditionally speaking, the role of the monster of the week ends at the point where it explodes, and there's a lot of it's very impersonal sort of thing. We get to know the thing, but only in a very shallow idea of it. These guys are like, oh god, these are things we've seen before.
Yeah.
Oh.
I definitely recognize them. My favorite of the ones that they included was Diamond Danjimu from episode 19, where they officially announced the Ohsama Sentai. I know because I've rewatched that episode about 20 times.
I could see in their head thinking like, these things are probably in agony right now.
Hard to say.
Because like that's that is part of the agony, I guess, for Grody, is like because he is undead, like doesn't feel anything, and that's part that unfeeling travels to him not caring about anything.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of nihilism in this series, which I find interesting.
But it'll be interesting the next episode to see how Grody's personality changes now that he is alive.
I have a feeling he's going to act a lot like a Sentai villain.
The Grody's small heart grew 3 sizes.
4 episodes.
He died of arrhythmia.
You got 4 weeks left, Ichi.
Is it only 4 episodes left?
47, 48, 49, and 50. And next episode is apparently going to be about evacuating the people because of the Wrath of God happening.
Again.
I mean, yeah.
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 This was always going to end with Wrath of God 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Isn't this the third one?
That means some men are gonna die again.
No, it was the big thing that killed.
If you count the one that showed up when Dagdead debuted.
Do we not?
I don't think so. No, it didn't really kill anyone. They just showed up and were scary.
All right.
It was a scare tactic.
This is like the actual calamity, like at the same level of the last time it happened, where the last
the one from 17 years ago.
Or will it be like that episode 2 where nothing really happens because they're gonna beat him?
Well,
the fact that everyone's
reaching the end of the series and they have to evacuate, I'm thinking that the actual
they evacuate this kingdom every weekend. Like,
not really.
They.
I'm assuming, otherwise those
really
buildings are being destroyed.
No, mostly the citizens just kind of run around and go, "Oh my god!"
Especially Goroge.
Especially that one guy. But yeah, they just kind of run around and be like, "Oh, geez."
They Sentai all over, don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah, but like this time they actually feel the need to get all the citizens out of the cities and stuff. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is probably going to be some calamitous shit.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see when the episode airs.
Yeah.
Anyways, Grody gonna die next episode.
Probably.
And it's gonna be Grody.
He's already dead.
It's gonna be Grody.
I guess it's a pun.
It's gonna be Grody.
You touch a corpse, ew, Grody.
I wonder how much of that was.
I don't know, Grody.
Oh god.
All right. Well, that is it for Castranger. Another amazing episode of King-Ohger. Really good episode of Gotchard.
Yep.
Got a really cool shot
one
next
of the
week.
better episodes of Gotchard in a while.
Yeah.
My Grody.
It's not saving anything for me, but it renewed my interest for next week.
Yeah.
The suits are nice.
Really, isn't that all you can ask?
Pretty much. All right. Well, that is it for Castranger for this week. Of course, I want to give a shout out to all of our currently active patrons. That would include Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas, Vegas, and Jackaplier. Oh yeah, and it's worth mentioning it. In one of the shots of the preview images, we see both Kuwagata Ogers, so Rackley's gonna get some action.
Got all 7 going here.
Well, he's a tool to them, so he could also be a tool for them in battle.
Yeah. I really like Robo-Cuties.
Robo-Cuties.
Oh, Robo-Cuties Husty?
It was Robo-Liz Husty.
Robo-Liz Husty. I love it. No, my favorite.
That was good.
And then he never did it again. He just went right back to the person.
No, that was just Yama being a fucking
over.
troll.
All right, back to the plot.
So here's the thing.
No.
So in Enkosopa, he was Robo-Liz Husty sorting gears. In Enkosopa, he was sewing. Or in Ishibana, he was sewing. In Bugnarok, he was digging graves. So what's he gonna do in Gokon and Tofu?
Let's see.
Tofu is gonna make. He's gonna make
like harvesting rice.
Probably. But can he do that from inside the cage?
It makes sushi rolls.
Yeah, if you
makes
can
sushi.
find like a... I don't know what the device is called for actually shucking the rice off of the...
Oh, yeah.
That would be kind of a hilarious image if, like, he's in the rice fields in the cage.
In the cage? Yeah, someone has to move the cage.
Yeah,
yeah, yes. And you know what would be even better? Like, I noticed that the cage doesn't have a bottom to it. So, like, I'm just imagining, like, he just... Okay, hold on.
He just picks up the cage and moves like he doesn't have to be in there.
Like, he could lift it up at any time.
He just complies because he...
Yeah, because he was a dick.
Yeah.
In Gokon, he just has to wear the snowman outfit.
And watch Mofun with Rita.
Yeah, no, he just has to sit down and watch Mofun.
I need someone to talk to about it.
And he's like me. I was like, I don't want to watch anime.
No, it's like, what do I have to do, Rita? What do I have to do now that I'm in your kingdom? Read my Mofun fan fiction.
No! That's the worst fate of all.
Yeah.
This is worse than anything.
Kill me!
And Mofu went on another adventure with his best friend Rita, who was the best thing. Oh no!
Yeah, and every time Mofun saw a child, he would go, "Hey, kid!"
Why did you make a Garfield reference?
Yes, you got it.
Of course I did.
Binky the Clown, baby.
That has nothing to do with Yetis.
All right. Anyway, we're done. Thank you all. Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week, we're going to talk about the topic we were supposed to do this week, which is episodes 1 and 2 of Dojengers.
Woo! Yeah, that's awful.
Gar, anything to say since you haven't said anything?
Oh, he's not even here.
He's gone. Excellent. Moving on. Thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, our primary hijinks are at castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Discord, merchandise store, all of our cool shit. Thank you all once again for listening. We love you all, and we will see you next week.
So long.
Stay grody.
Stay Boon.